Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all the leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to Fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams.
And welcome in, everybody, to another episode of Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. Chad Bryan to my right, your right, everybody's right. I haven't lost a step, but I sure have forgot where we're at. That's Chad Bryan to my right, you're right, everybody's right. I'm Eli Moon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Inside Edge Primetime, another week. And the boys are back in town. And we won't sing that because right now we've been fighting copyright issues. And if you ask Chad and I, if we walked in the same room as a bunch of copyright claimers or whatever, it'd be a bad day for them. But with that being said, we are ready and we're rocking and rolling. We are so happy to be with you. I'm happy to be back with you. Chad, and I want to thank Autumn. I said last night at main event, but I want to thank Autumn Chisholm of the Daily Spiral, which you'll catch at the top of the next hour at 11 o'clock. Reminder, we're with you till 1 a.m. Get to that in a moment. But I wanted to say thank you to Autumn. She did a phenomenal job co-hosting with Chad. I mean, it was a lot of fun. I got to watch during some of my downtime on vacation, and it was just amazing. So thank you to her. She does a tremendous job. And if you don't catch the 11 o'clock hour, first off, what are you doing? But second off, you got a better understanding of at least now, like, why you should stay locked in for that next hour. And then, of course, we all know AA gets unhinged. And that's a reminder to all of you out there to like, subscribe, follow at Inside Edge Net on all of the socials so you can stay locked in with all of our crazy selves, our unhinged behavior, everything in between at Inside Edge Net. Smash that notification bell because we have 4 daily shows for you. It's so incredible. Unfiltered with Kyle Cornell, 5 to 6 p.m., and he is doing absolutely groundbreaking stuff. And when it comes to news talk, when it comes to some of the guests he has on, it's great stuff. Then, of course, you have this one stream, 3 show phenomenon, a little backwards there. But, of course, Inside Edge Primetime, Chad and I, 10 to 11. 11 to 12, we got Autumn Chisholm at the Daily Spiral tonight. AA in the saddle with her. And then, of course, AA Anthony out for Midnight Run with our program director and our bro at midnight all week long for you folks. Great weekly coverage as well. Papa Moon, Real Talk with Papa Moon. Saturday, just had Christina Mills, the founder of Empower Her in Cleveland here, which is an incredible organization. Just awesome stuff. A lot of stuff to stay tapped in with. Of course, Illegal Formation just had another fantastic show today. Chad and TK. Stay locked in and read about TK, Chad, Papa Moon. Read about the coolest moon in the Moon family at InsideEdgeNetwork.com. All your favorite personalities. Go to the partners page. You're going to want to read about our partners because they have so many great deals and we couldn't do it without them. Fanatics.com, AlleyRoseFragrances.com, W Energy, Monster Moments, SportsMemorabilia.com, and Omega Video Marketing. Appreciate them so much and appreciate you. So go to the merch store, grab something nice, something warm, something cold, whether it's a jacket, whether it's a hat, a mug, a shirt, a polo. Rep Cleveland's digital leader, your source for sports, entertainment, mental health conversations, news, and everything in between. And, of course, Chad, I don't know if the people heard. I know you were letting them know last week, but in case they haven't heard yet, Roku, we're there. Inside Edge Network app. Go grab it, download it, take us wherever you want to go. You don't have to tell us necessarily. If you take us to the bathroom or something, you don't have to tell us. But take us wherever you go. We appreciate your support. All right. With all that being said, Chad B., my goodness gracious. It has been a week, but it feels like it's been 3 months. How are you doing?
I am pretty good, man. How was your vacation?
Oh, it was good, man. I did a lot of R&R. I mean, I didn't go anywhere crazy. It was funny. I was thinking over the weekend, I was like, man, I really want to go on a vacation because a lot of my trips are obviously business related and,
Right.
for music and whatever else. And I was like, man, I just want to go on a vacation where I actually just go chill. Papa Moon just went on a cruise. So we planned very, very slowly, but I'm going to Vegas. I decided for my 30th next year, I'm going to Vegas. And you're more than welcome to come. Double A can come. Anybody can come rock with us. But I'm going to Vegas. So that's what my big thinking was. I talked a little bit yesterday about main event. Did a lot of reflecting. And yeah, kudos to you too. I mean, I obviously gave Autumn her flowers for stepping in, but very proud of you too, man. Because I know it's weird when it's like what Kyrie and LeBron, Batman and Robin. I don't know who's Robin. We can fight about that later. But
It's like driving a car that's not yours. It's fine. I know how to drive, but like everything's weird. Like the seat was weird.
As long as you don't get caught, you're not in trouble.
There you go.
All right, perfect.
Well, yeah, it wasn't like a Ferris Bueller situation. I thought I had permission to drive the car. Maybe not.
Yes, I love it. Wait, you know what? We're all good. We'll keep the time traveling machines for you. We'll stay away from stolen cars, and all you out there, stay away from stolen cars.
Yeah.
But what you shouldn't stay away from is our new segment. We're gonna unveil it. I'm back. We're here. Chad and I. We're ready. The duo, the tandem, and we got a new segment here for you on Monday. It is Make a Case Monday, and we're working on the tunage. Chad will probably have something fancy tune wise in a week or so, but something new. And let's break it down here for you. Okay. Basically, Make a Case Monday. Pretty simple, right? All it is one of us, this week it'll be me, and next week it'll be Chad. But this week, I'm going to basically present a case to Chad. Hey, this is what I'm feeling. Over the weekend, over the last week, maybe it's been on my mind for a minute. I'm going to make my case. And Chad this week, and then it'll be me next week, will either say, you made your case. I'm green thumbing it. Boom. And that's what you'll hear. Or he'll say, dude, go get another Dr. Pepper during the break. You're trash.
I don't have a gavel, so I have to use sound effects.
Yes. Yeah, you'd scare me with a gavel. I'm not going to lie. But no, we're rocking and rolling. And we're going to do our first ever Make a Case Monday here on Monday, July 20th. 10 days before my 29th birthday, Chad. Be crazy stuff. All right, let's get into it. Thank you. I'll take it. All right. So I got to watch the World Cup final, a good portion of it over the yesterday, right, over the weekend.
Yeah.
And got to watch a lot of World Cup stuff. And I know me and you have talked, you and I, and you haven't caught as much as you would have liked to, I understand. And I think I have a case to make. I know I have a case to make as why maybe one Chad Bryan and other casual soccer fans around the world may become more than just casual soccer fans. Okay. The World Cup, it goes every 4 years. It's kind of obviously like the Olympics, except for there's not a summer and a winter World Cup. There is the World Cup. So you only have it once every 4 years. Chad, there's been some incredible teams over the last even 10, 12 years. You look Spain this year with Yamin Lamal, the 19-year-old. You see Argentina, Lionel Messi in 2022 winning his first World Cup. He did it. He almost went back-to-back. Crazy. France. You have Mbappe, and I mean, he's been on a run with the Golden Boot and everything like that. Back-to-back Golden Boot. He's the only, and somebody call me out in the comments if I'm wrong, but I fact-checked it. He is the only player in World Cup history to go back-to-back, to have 2 Golden Boots. Like, that's crazy. So you look at some of these teams, Chad B, and you're like, man, dude, but why don't we hear about these guys as much? Well, it's because, again, every 4 years. And to be honest, I don't feel like soccer gets this awareness that the Summer Olympics do. In the Winter Olympics, we talked, it kind of still probably could use some strength, some lifting up, but it does get a lot of recognition when you think of, even in the past, Shaun White. You think of some of these other notable names, Lindsey Vonn. You think, ice skating. I think of Apollo Antonono. I mean, oh my goodness, think about those guys. And in summer, you have, of course, the basketball team, LeBron James, all of these guys doing their thing. You have the swimmers, Katie Ledecky, Michael Phelps, Ryan Lochte before he went crazy. I mean, you have all of these guys and girls that are doing their thing. But the World Cup doesn't seem to have this awareness when the World Cup ends to push it across sea to sea, across this and, wherever. Yeah. It is very popular in Europe. I am not doubting that. Obviously, that's why games here in the States are on in European time, because most of the leagues that are prominent are in Europe. Yeah. But here's my case. My case is that the World Cup should be every 2 years. I'm not going to ask them for every year. Okay, I get it. You have other leagues that I've been reading a little bit into it. The league championships, the French league, the European league, all these leagues. I get it. You can't, it gets tricky in terms of like scheduling and stuff. Mm-hmm. But if you're telling me that the World Cup, which has been incredible from all aspects, from the fans and the cultural just coming together, the camaraderie, and the great games. Been a ton of great matches. Argentina's comeback Cinderella run until it just ran out of gas. The onion turned into a pumpkin, whatever. You get the whole point. When all of that happened, I mean, you're just sitting. Save for another. This is my case. That's another case. But you sit here and it's like, man, bro, I wish I had this at least every 2 years, because that's the thing with the Olympics. We don't get the summer and the winter Olympics every year. We don't get them, we get them every 2 years, technically. I know if you're a summerhead, you're like, I really don't care about the winter. I get it. Then maybe this doesn't apply too much to you. But you get the Olympics every other year. You get it every 2 years. So why should the World Cup be any different? If this is soccer's mecca, the Olympics essentially of soccer, why shouldn't they be every 2 years? And here's the last thing I'll say, Chad B, and you can give me a yay or a nay. But here's where I'm at. We talk all the time about, man, these stars, Messi, Ronaldo, and we spent great length on Primetime and across the network of why aren't these guys known more? And Messi a little bit different because he's in the MLS, obviously, at this point in his career too. But you just don't hear about them because they're not over here typically in the States playing. And when it comes to the most important, in my opinion, and this is an American talking, so anybody can check me overseas, but this is the mecca of soccer. So we're robbed, essentially, of generational runs. Who's to say if this was played in 2024 that Messi didn't have a better team around him, a few guys that didn't have to step away from the team or whatever. It's a 4-year gap. You're losing guys in that span, to retirement, to injuries, to whatever. So I just think for 3 reasons, the World Cup should be every 2 years. 1, more action and more stuff to talk about it with the buddies. Okay. 2, I feel like you'll see more generational runs. You'll see Yamin Lamal, who's 19 right now. Imagine if he got to play his next World Cup at 21, 22, and you get to see 10 of these things for him. And of course, Erling Haaland from Norway and all these guys. Mm-hmm. And number 3, if you want to make something more important across the entire world, which it is in Europe and other areas, but in these other areas, especially the United States, that is struggling to grasp on the soccer, put it in the national limelight as much as you can. Every 2 years, put it there. This is our Olympics. This is why you should tune in. And eventually people will start catching on because you're going to look for something. There's going to be a lull period. I mean, of course, it didn't fall this way, but imagine if there's a lockout in baseball or something like we're talking about now, but the World Cup's up here. That might change the scale. So that's my case, Chad B. The World Cup should be every 2 years. It's better for the people. It's better for the fans. It's better for the players.
Okay. The court will hear your argument. And as we confer, there are a couple of counterpoints, a couple of questions that we have. Okay. We're on an odd run for the Women's World Cup. Now, if there is a lockout next summer, we're in luck because the Women's World Cup will take place next summer. Yeah. So that's a weird that's every 4 years also, but you'd think it would be alternating every 2 years, but it's not. So whatever, you get a 2 years back to back, and then a couple years without soccer, and then it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So is that enough? Especially for we talk about the casual soccer fan, which I think of a lot. Probably a lot of Americans really are casual soccer fans, as opposed to some of the things that we saw from some of the other countries' fans who came over and were clearly pretty passionate about the sport, right? Now, does it change anything that the women actually have a chance to win the World Cup? They're great program, right? And it's just next year. Does that help soften the blow at all? Should the court take that into consideration?
You should definitely take it into consideration, and that's a very good counterpoint, and you must have went to law school. So I understand where you're at. But here's my thing, Chad B. Okay. Wouldn't it be so much more fun if you spaced it out a little bit instead of the back-to-back? I actually don't like the back-to-back, and I'm just going to put that up. If you're just tuning in, that's my case. We're debating right now. World Cup to be played every 2 years. Chad B., I just think you can't have that back-to-back because then there's a dormant period.
Okay.
For what? So then the next World Cup, like you said, would be 2030. Mm-hmm. So there's a dormant period for 3 years.
Yeah,
that's too long away from soccer. Weird. I'd rather have it where they'd have to figure it out and be like, okay, after this year, we're going to kind of expedite the next World Cup. Guess what, guys? You're playing in 2028. And then from there, you kind of bounce it. The women get 2030 or whatever. It probably works off better if they just do 2030 because it's already set for the men, I believe, where it's going to be. And then you do the women's, because I think they're still debating certain things for upcoming years. But I just think you're better off spacing it a little bit better than what they're doing, because other than that, you're going to have to wake up at 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, watch some of these games. And
yeah,
I think here's the thing too. If the World Cup goes every 2 years, hey, we have more chances to win it. We have more chances because we're not waiting every 4 years. We're not going on a generation. Again, back to my point, you're not going on a golden generation that only gets played 3, maybe 4 World Cups together. And then it's the end of Balogun and it's the end of Pulisic, even though he's on the hot seat. there's an opportunity for people to actually see how these guys play, how they move as a unit. And again, you get to actually see some dynasties, because I think we were robbed of that with Argentina. We were robbed of that with some of these other great teams. Germany's won, if I'm not mistaken, 4 World Cups. Chad, none of them are like really even near each other. They won one in 2014, and then in the count West Germany winning in 1990, 1974, and 1954. So we could have seen, and I mean, for Germany, a run after they got hot in 2014. And you can say that for a lot of these teams. Argentina, you look at them, obviously. You look at France. Imagine if Mbappe, who he was a young gun. He still is. I mean, he's, 26, I believe. But imagine back there, in 2018, where he's in this position to go run it again at a younger age and go maybe win another one. I think it'd be better for soccer in general. I think I have no further evidence. I think that's it.
Okay, well, this is an unprecedented request in an unprecedented type of case, because we can't really play it out in the future and see how it plays. So the only thing that I can do is use the model that's existing, which would be the summer and winter Olympics, the trade-off.
Yes.
And I think the court, as I look around at the magistrate, I think everyone's in agreement that it softens the blow between summer and winter Olympics when it's every 2 years as opposed to back to back, which would be fun. But I'm not sure the logistics of that. Would it be, a couple of months later? Would it be a year? How would you do that? So every 2 years works there. The only thing that soccer has going, it's the same time of year, women's and men's World Cup. You know what? I think the court is ready to make a ruling. Again, I don't have a gavel, so I'm just going to give you you've made your case.
Let's go.
You've made your case. Let's do the World Cup every 2 years. We'll alternate it off, men and women, and more soccer for everyone. And maybe that helps some of the youth programs that kind of, maybe they build and feed up to the U.S. Well, the men's soccer program needs a lot of help right now. The women's is they're doing fine. They're doing great. The men's soccer program needs some help though. And they got close. They had a nice little run in this World Cup. But yeah, it'd be nice to have more chances and ultimately see them make deeper runs. So yeah, I mean, sure, you made your case. Sure.
I love it. I appreciate it. You know what? And hopefully FIFA and everybody in the World Cup leaders and everybody who are listening to me, because I think I make a strong case. There are some, to your point, some logistics.
Well, they have to do it. The court ruled in your favor. They have to.
Yeah. And we're bold for going to court on a Monday. I mean, that's crazy. But here we are on a Monday making my case. And you know what? Yes, the logistics, obviously, you bring up that great point. They would have to figure it out because of where the Olympic schedule's already at. Because again, you have 2028 is the summer, and then so it gets a little tricky, especially. But if you they would never do it, obviously. But in this hypothetical, you took the women's and said, hey, listen, instead of 27, this is going to be great for everybody because you're actually going to get more World Cups out of it. You're just going to have to wait an extra year for the one. And
well, ultimately, it comes down to this. What's better? More elite and exclusive soccer for everybody to watch, or just a bunch of other leagues and stuff? You know what I mean? So I think I think that helps. I think that.
I mean, and imagine. Think about this too, bud. And this is without even, the hypothetical, my case I pitched. In general, I did brain blasted here. We got to go to break in a moment. But think about this. Brook Park's going to have a new dome here soon.
Hey.
Can we host some World Cup games maybe when they bring it back to the States? Could Cleveland be a destination? And I know it sounds crazy. We're Cleveland's digital leader, so we're a little biased. But we've held, the RNC here. We've had, massive championship parade for the Cavaliers here. We've had other downtown events. Multiple people, tons of people actually that I talk to that come in and out of state. I do a lot of business with music in and out of state. Love Cleveland. Love Cleveland. So I think it would be such a cool thing. I think probably Chicago would beat us out in terms because they're, I think, working on a new stadium as well in Indiana, but whatever. They may get something like that because of soccer being a little more prominent, I feel like, in Chicago, in that area. But hey.
Yeah, well, they'll play that at the Hammond Bears Stadium, so.
Yeah. Joke's on you guys. We actually sold the Bears. We are now a soccer club. Okay. All right. And that's hey, we're back in the saddle, folks. We are rocking and rolling. That is a new segment we'll have every Monday for you. Chad B will be on the I'm making his case next week. I'll be on the I'll have the gavel and I'll be up in the judge's seat and I'll be ready to go and we'll see what happens.
I'm nervous to talk in front of people, so we'll see how it goes.
If you just don't look at the screen while you're doing it.
Oh, does that help?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I looked right at the screen, so maybe, I don't know. Maybe it helps better if you look. I don't know. All right, we're going to go to break here.
Over here.
Grab your caffeine, grab your dinner, grab whatever. I got to shout out my sister, Maddie, as we're going to break. She made a phenomenal dinner. She made some pork with apples, like cut up as like some extra additives, some honey glaze, and like some brown sugar cinnamon on it, potatoes. green beans and cornbread. So we ate good over here at the Moon household tonight. Big shout out to my sister. Hopefully you're eating well wherever you're at. And go get whatever you need. Whether it's that extra plate of dinner, you need to go grab a caffeinated beverage, take care of what you got to take care of. But Chad and I will be back. When we come back, we're going to talk about LeBron James. Because why? Why wouldn't we? He is now on day 300 of his LeBron watch, and we are wondering where he goes. But more importantly, we're going to take off our Cleveland hats for a moment. Next segment. And when we come back from the break, and we're going to talk about where the worst case scenario for LeBron James. Once he makes his decision, the ink is signed and everything's crossed and dotted. What could be the worst case scenario for LeBron James' legacy going into 2026? We'll talk about all of that. We'll talk about the Guardians. They're starting to kind of figure some things out here and there. They went yards 7 times today. We'll talk about them later on here in the show. Chad's chomping at the bits. You got to wait a little bit. We got to talk LeBron, but we'll be back, of course, with LeBron talk here on Inside Edge Primetime on the Inside Edge Network. Chad Bryant, am I right? You're right. Everybody's right. I'm Eli Moon. We're back after this.
Keon Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Keon Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Keon Sports is your one-stop for all of it. Visit them today at keonsports.com or on YouTube at Keon Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at SportsMemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the SportsMemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to SportsMemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. SportsMemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Hey guys, awesome show on Unfiltered today. Got into a bunch about the state of downtown Cleveland, the air quality issues, and what that can mean for the future, not only of sports, but just us in general and businesses and just doing things outside. We talked about all that. Talked about Shador and what he's going through right now, which is kind of bullshit. Also LeBron, also kind of bullshit. But hey, 3 teams? Do we maybe get that down to 2? Or does he actually finally decide to keep us no longer in suspense and give us a decision by tomorrow's show at 5 o'clock? If he does, we'll have a reaction right here on Unfiltered, all along the Inside Edge Network. That's right, I will see you tomorrow, 5 p.m. right here.
Hey, LeBron. Hey, LeBron. Can you just let somebody know where you're going, man? All right, welcome back to Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. Chad Bryan to my right, your right, everybody's right. I am Eli Moon. We are back in the saddle, on the saddle adjacent. I can hear the music tonight, Chad B. We are in business. The cool thing about my computer right now is it's been playing sometimes through the computer speaker, sometimes it plays through my headphones. So you just never know what kind of experience you're going to get. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah.
Variety is the spice of life.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. You know what the spice of life is? You know, you can get so many different programming here at the Inside Edge Network. We have 4 daily shows, us being one of them. Inside Edge Primetime, The Daily Spiral, Midnight Run. Chad is losing his mind and his chair. We'll see what happens first. And then, of course, you have Unfiltered with Kyle Cornell, 5 to 6. You have Real Talk Pop Moon on Saturdays, Illegal Formation with Chad and TK. Just happened at 7 o'clock. Once you're done with the stream at 1 a.m., if you're a night owl for sure, like Eli Moon, we were up till, let's see, I think yesterday was 4:30. If you're a night owl like me and Chad B and all the guys and girls here at the Inside Edge Network, then go watch Legal Formation after. And you can do that by going and tapping it at Inside Edge Net. Go in there across all the social, smashing that notification bell, knowing when we're going live. Go to InsideEdgeNetwork.com, read about your favorite personalities, check out the merch store. Go get something nice, Rep Cleveland's digital leader, and check out our partners. They do a great job, and we have a lot of great deals there that you can take advantage of. And download the Inside Edge Network app on Roku. Take us wherever you'd like to go on Roku. Forever. All right, Chad B. We're back in the saddle. Yeah. I thought I was like, is the intro still running? All right, it's not. LeBron James. Okay, let's get to it here. Yeah, he kid from Akron, king of Cleveland.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. The martyr of Miami.
Okay.
The liaison maybe.
I was just be careful on. Yeah, I don't know where you're gonna. Yeah,
like,
careful.
Like the Los Angeles Laker LeBron. Okay, all right. So,
whatever.
Yeah. I couldn't think of any L words besides one that probably isn't good. You know, it means he didn't win. All right. So LeBron James, he's a troubling guy, right? Because obviously we want him back here in Cleveland, and so does 4 or 5 other teams, if not all of them, but 4 or 5 that stand a chance. Mm-hmm. Cleveland, Miami, not Milwaukee. Cleveland, Miami, Philadelphia.
So are we adding new into the mix now? Is the
Golden State and Minnesota is like the dark horse. Like that's like the sleeper. And we've been spending obviously a lot of time. Like, to put it into how much time we spent, we started talking about this when nobody went on vacation. Double A took, obviously, some time. He was taking care of some things. Then I took my vacation. And here Chad and I are on a Monday talking about LeBron James, still waiting to make his decision. Rich Paul from Brian Windhurst and other reporters, Shams Charania mentioning from ESPN that, hey, you know, Rich Paul and LeBron said they don't know when they're making a decision. You know, just whatever, which is crazy. It's like, if you don't know, then who knows? Who knows? So we're at a point now where it's, Chad, I love the idea of LeBron being here. I've been very strong-minded in terms of, okay, I don't think he wins a championship just by himself. There's got to be some other play, Draymond or something else out there.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he wins it by himself. That's not the question tonight. We could do that another time. The question I have for you tonight is, what is the worst-case scenario? When the ink's dried and the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed and he's holding up the jersey next to whoever the front office exec and the coach and the GM, everybody, and he's smiling and all that's going on. What could be the worst case scenario for LeBron James if we aren't Cleveland fans? That's the kicker. If we take off our Cleveland hats, looking at it from an NBA slate, just overall, what could be the most damning to his legacy that is already pretty strong? Where is it, Chad? What location? Don't hit me with Utah. I'm ready for you. Don't hit me with Utah. Okay. Out of those teams that are the front runners, though, what could be the worst case? What will be the worst case scenario if it becomes true?
I was gonna say Utah. I'll go with Plan B. He holds up a contract and announces that he is a contestant on Love Island USA season 9. He'll be in the villa with the boys hanging out. No, that'd be bad. But I don't know. I mean, it's so hard to. It depends on how you look at this, right? Like if you look at this from the perspective of, is LeBron is he ring chasing? Is he retiring? Is he fun chasing? Okay, I guess if he doesn't want to be called a ring chaser and he's worried about damaging his legacy that way, I think the worst case scenario would, I mean, it seems like Philly's pretty loaded. I mean, if Embiid can stay healthy, they have a really good shot. You add LeBron to that roster, into that whatever, to that mix, whatever. Then I think they get better. Like you've said, if he comes here, he doesn't move the needle enough that I go, okay, now the Cavs, they're definitely going to get out of the Eastern Conference, right? They're going to the finals again. This is not 2015 through 2018. This is LeBron's going to be 42 years old. And the worst case, it's just such a loaded question because people are going to be really mad at him around here. A lot of people don't want him back, which is crazy to me. He certainly doesn't hurt anything, right? He's still a top 20 player in the league, even at 42 years old, which is what he'll be during the season. But I don't know. I mean, I guess for his legacy, the worst place he could go would be Philly. I mean, people are going to say, "Oh, he's ring chase." This is a last gasp effort to try to get to a fifth chance, whatever, right? That's what people are going to say. So I guess maybe it's Philly. If he's trying to move the needle as far as entertainment value, I think honestly going to Golden State is not very entertaining anymore. They're not. This isn't like LeBron joining the Warriors, and honestly, this would be bad for his ring chasing legacy. He's got a bunch of bad decisions in front of him, really. It just depends on what he wants to do. If he wants to have fun and just play with his boys, then he'll go to Golden State. If he wants to try to win a ring, he'll go to Philly. If he's not worried about what anybody thinks about it, he probably isn't at this point. It's been talked about in the media since he was 15 years old, 14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
Sometimes by that token, I'm like, will this end? Like, do you really need this extra couple of days of media coverage? I don't even know if that's what it is. Maybe he's truly undecided, Eli. Maybe these are things that he's weighing in his head, and he's just like, hey, I don't know. Man, I really want to play in this city, but will this damage my legacy? I want to play with these guys, but people are going to say some things. I don't know. I have no idea. I'd say worst case scenario is somewhere between Golden State and Philly. That's where I'm.
Yeah. I mean, and those both stand out. I'm going to choose one of those.
Okay.
Just to narrow it down.
I'm still on the fence. That's bad.
No, and that's okay though, because those are the two I tend to lean towards. And it's again not because we're in Cleveland, but folks, if you just sit here and look at everything, right? LeBron's from Akron. He played in Cleveland twice. To Chad's point, he's won a championship here. The legacy writes itself. It's a trilogy. You can make the documentary about it. It's there. But you look at Philadelphia. I'll address them first. Philadelphia, and they are not my selection. I'll get to why Golden State is. But Philadelphia, it's a little tricky because, yes, you're going to be a competitive basketball team. You have a great player in Jaylen Brown. You have a rising great player in Tyrese Maxey, who's one of the best point guards in the NBA right now. And then you have Joel Embiid, who, if he can stay healthy, which has been the age-old question in Philadelphia, you got a problem there. You got a significant problem. Don't forget VJ Edgecombe as well. Second-year player, was in Rookie of the Year discussion. If he wasn't, in the same draft class as Cooper Flagg, generational talent, he probably would have been Rookie of the Year. Yeah. So you see those things. The thing I brought up on Main Event yesterday is Philadelphia. They keep saying, "Oh, well, we love LeBron if he won a ring." But what if he didn't? And what happens if it blows up in their face or they get bounced in the second round? Does LeBron want some of his? Yeah, does he want some of his last moments in the NBA to be boo showers from the Philly crowd? I mean, think about it. And I know LeBron's not a Cleveland Browns fan, but he is a Cowboys fan. Last time I checked, and now you're going to your NFL team's arch rival. You get booed out of the. I mean, it just sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. So, but all that to be said, it's Golden State, man. It's Golden State.
Yeah.
I explained this to my brother-in-law earlier. I sat there and I go, he's like, man, I think it'd be, and it threw me off. I'm going to say something that may shock you. And again, my brother-in-law, not the biggest sports guy. He likes sports to watch. He kind of keeps up with it.
Yeah.
But obviously, he tunes into Inside Edge Primetime to get his stuff. But with that being said, he goes, man, that would be so cool, LeBron and Steph, man. And I was like, what did you just say? And he's like, dude, like, they're just balling out. And I'm like, I took myself into the mind of a casual, and it's no disrespect to my brother-in-law, but he'll say to himself, he's like, I'm not the biggest sports guy. I just follow it. Yeah. And I took myself into the mind, like, okay, maybe that is the unbiased just looking at it. If you're over like the hoopla and all the stuff with LeBron, maybe it is going to be cool if it is Golden State, But But here's what I'm going to say. And this isn't even as a Cleveland fan. This is just looking at the history of basketball, looking at the history of sports, looking at the history of having some damn pride for yourself. And LeBron James has always been very prideful. That's not a bad thing. I actually give him a ton of credit for that. But if you're prideful, then you shouldn't fall on, shouldn't lay down your sword and stop fighting that battle in your second last season. And that's what he would be doing. I explained it to my brother-in-law like this, Chad B. I said, imagine if you're in a fight. You are going up for the vacant heavyweight title of the world.
Okay.
You're going up against somebody and you're ready. And you know what? First year, Chad, or the first fight, you messed up your hand. You punched and then you messed up your hand, dude. So he got you. It was a little bit of a battle, but he got you.
All right.
He is beating on you the second time. And you know what? You catch him in a Kimura, you put him in a submission, it's over. You did it. You shocked the world.
There you go.
And then you come back out there the next 2 times and he KOs you in the first 30 seconds. First off, I'd be in that ring immediately. I would whoop somebody's ass for you. But just know, that's what I explained to my brother-in-law, is like, imagine you're in the ring with somebody that just stole 3 heavyweight title opportunities essentially from you. And then here's the kicker. That same dude, so you, unfortunately, in this situation, Chad, you go, just to make it real for the audience, you go and train at that guy's gym.
Yeah.
And you're okay being second. I just want to be a contender. I want to be around. And if we get one, dude, we get to all take the team picture. Come in the same MMA gym. That's what LeBron James is doing. If he goes to Golden State, it's going to be a lot tougher to put up, and we'll still do it. It's going to be a lot tougher to put up a LeBron James statue in Cleveland when he literally goes, if he does this and goes and plays in Golden State, because you're going to have, and it's tough to take the Cleveland stuff out of it, but you're going to have a tough time because he could have been more rings than Jordan, more rings than all these greats if he took care of business a few more times. And the Kevin Durant stuff gets tricky. I get it. The semantics. I understand. But real talk with Eli Moon for a moment. Sorry, Papa Moon. Real talk with me for a moment here is this would be terrible business for LeBron James. A smart, savvy businessman, this would be terrible because you have one city in Cleveland with a bad taste in your mouth. Now you have Miami, now we really don't like you. You were really just kind of, like I said, the martyr. You were the guy bringing in the championship. You were the hired gun. And then you have Golden State, who's not going to really care once it's done. They're just going to be like, dude, LeBron played her. That was kind of cool. Steph Curry runs that town, man. Yeah. And it would be really odd for LeBron James. I'll hand it back to you because I know you had a few more to say, and then we'll go to break after you. Yeah. I just have this last thing here. It's very odd because LeBron has already dealt with it 2 times in his career, if you think about it. Mm-hmm. He was never the man in Miami. Sure, he was the best player. He was never the man in Miami.
Right.
Dwayne Wade was.
Yeah.
He was never the man in Los Angeles in terms of the history of that franchise. Sure, on that team. But there's people that are still argue Anthony Davis is the big reason, the catalyst why they won that championship. Yeah. He's living in Kobe and Magic and Kareem, all their shadows. Aren't you tired of doing that shit? Excuse my language. I don't really swear too much on Primetime. Aren't you tired of that if you're LeBron James? Aren't you tired of going to other franchises and having to live in that? You are the shadow, the present, the future of Cleveland, depending what you do in the future. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, pal. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
But, one thing about LeBron, if you look at the fandom, right? And I mean, I don't mean LeBron fans. I mean LeBron's actual fandom, okay? He grew up a Yankees fan. Right. He grew up a Cowboys fan. These teams are notorious for having joiners, right? Yep. The bandwagon riders. Hey, it's the Yankees. They're good. Let's jump on. It's the Cowboys. They're good. Let's jump on. And that's why I think that maybe that's part of his mindset now that he's going through this free agency. It's like maybe that's a little bit of, hey, where can I jump on, right? As opposed to where can I go? Where sometimes the hardest path I think is the most rewarding, right? When you and he won a title in Cleveland, you can't take that away from him. He's done that, but I was going to say possibly the hardest place to win a title would have been Cleveland. Just because of the weight of the lack of championships in this city, right? The weight that puts on you as a professional athlete, and he got over that. He accomplished that. But I think I can put your example into movie terms. Okay. This would have been Rocky IV. Yep. Okay, love
that movie.
Love it. Great. This would have been Ivan Drago, right? Taking care of what he did. He punches Apollo Creed and breaks his neck. Apollo Creed passes away, right? Unalived him. Yeah. That happened, right? And then Rocky going, this lit a fire under me, and I want to fight again. But man, that team's really got it kind of going on over there. I think I'm going to go fight for the Drago family. I'm for it. This is It was a 4-year battle here, right? Like it was 4 straight trips to the final, but it was 4 battles with the Warriors. I don't know if he can go join there. And again, with Philly, like you said, there's just no connection. I have no problem. If he went to Miami, if he signed with Miami today, I guess part of me would be like, that stinks. The Cavs kind of got left out in the dark. But I have no problem. If he's got something that he needs to close with Pat Riley or something, I understand that. That makes a lot more sense than going to Golden State or Philadelphia at this point to me.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting, pal. And I know we'll probably be covering it all week because who knows when LeBron's going to make his decision. Again, if we do get some breaking news coverage, we'll be right here with you at Inside Edge and on all the socials. So make sure you stay locked in with us. It'll be a plethora. Whoever is ready on call by their laptop, ready to jump on, or on their phone, ready to jump on.
It'll be sometime by October. We know that.
Yeah. If you ask Rob Rizicki, he said it's going to be the next time the World Cup is played. The men's World Cup. So we'll keep an eye on that. With all that being said, we're going to take a quick pause. Oh, my goodness. Right. I was going to go to break here, and I just had this brain blast. We might be seeing the Washington Wizard era of LeBron James. Not that he's actually going to be a wizard. But is this just
this is the Is
this the Wizard? Is this just gonna be a dud? We'll have to revisit it maybe tomorrow or something.
When Jordan couldn't get up off the ground anymore, and
is this?
He was still a player, but yeah.
Is this gonna be the most exciting part of LeBron James' potential final season? Just seeing where he goes.
I hope not.
We don't have enough time to even break it down tonight, Chad B. My goodness, we'll see. We'll see. LeBron James still out there.
Maybe that's the worst case scenario. All this hoopla, and then suddenly he just doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah, you play a dangerous game, but when you're the king and one of the greats of all time, you can't take that away from him. I guess you can do what you're doing, right? So
absolutely,
we're going to keep doing what we're doing, and that's going to be, for now, take a quick pause, let you go get refreshed, do what you got to do. It's going to be a quick pause here for the cause, and when Chad and I come back, we are going to talk those Gardos. They're in a duke-it-out session right now with the White Sox, not playing each other, but they are watching how each team moves, and Chad and I were on the phone extensively actually yesterday, chopping it up, getting ready for the show, talking about that AL West. The AL West is a little dangerous right now in terms of a few teams could sneak in there. So we'll talk about the Guardians. We'll talk about this young core. We've done it a few times. We'll talk about the rookies of the Guardians, the young bright stars of tomorrow. We'll see. And we'll talk about maybe who can make a case for some awards, whether it is obviously in a World Series, maybe some other things, and of course some individual awards as well. We'll talk about the Gardos when we come back. That's Chad Bryan. Am I right? You're right. Everybody's right. I'm Eli Moon here on Inside Edge Primetime on the Inside Edge Network. We're back after this.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and, well, everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to Fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. That's Fanatics.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick.
With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh.
I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network. Moser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, Owned and operated by Inside Edge Network's very own Ryan Mosser and his wife, Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northern Ohio but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more at MosserMomentsPhotography.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. MosserMomentsPhotography.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Hope you guys have a great weekend. Coming up Monday on Midnight Run, hopefully LeBron makes a decision, because if he doesn't, I'm going to propose ways he can go to a crappy team. I'm talking Utah. I'm talking the Pelicans. I'm talking Memphis or some of these other garbage teams, because if he's not ready to sign, we go send his ass to Utah. We're going to talk about that. Also, by Monday, will it be safe to eat lettuce? Will our air quality improve? So much to get into here on Midnight Run coming up. But you guys enjoy. Have a great weekend. And we're back better than ever as we are getting closer to football. Oh, it's almost there, folks. It's right around the corner. Hope you join us Monday at midnight right here on the Inside Edge Network and on our Roku app, Inside Edge Network.
No time to waste, ladies and gentlemen. Intro will play, but don't worry, we're back already here on Inside Edge Primetime, here on the Inside Edge Network. Chad Bryan to my right, you're right, and everybody's right. I'm Eli Moon. We are back in the saddle, saddle adjacent here, folks. We're rocking and rolling. Got another 10 or so minutes. We'll see where we're at and how we get through this next segment. I don't think it'll be too much of a banter in terms of arguing, because we're going to be talking about our Gardos. And you know what? I know Chad obviously has his love for the Braves, but I know he loves those Gardos too. We'll talk about those. And I got some questions for you. And it's not about, okay, how do we beat the White Sox? How do we do this? We have some time. We have a whole second half here. We'll break that down, Chad B. What I want to talk about, and again, for keeping score at home, the Guardians right now are half game out. I believe the White Sox are still playing, though. I just want to double check that. They are in the bottom of the eighth. They're up 5-3, so that might change back to a game. We'll keep an eye on that. Maybe it goes final here by the end. Well, it will by the end of the evening. We'll see where we're at by the end of prime time. All right. With all that being said, want to get into the Gardos. They have a few interesting, and not just a few, quite a few, interesting rookie candidates that have been playing very well. Travis Bazzana, an all-star in his first year, really first half of a year, essentially. I mean, not even a half, a quarter, it would have felt like for Travis Bazzana. Yeah, he's been doing very well. Defensively, you'd like to see him pick up the bat, or excuse me, the glove a little bit better. You have him. You have Parker Messick, who at times was looking like the best pitcher in baseball for April and May. You have him. You have Chase DeLauder, who got off to that hot start, all that. Of course, you have other notable names as well. You know, you look at some of the guys that have come up and had short stints, Khalil Watson. You've seen, some of these other guys that have made some moves, made some progress. But I think the main ones, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but it's DeLauder, it's Messick, it's Bazzana. Those are the meat and potatoes of this rookie class, Chad B. And when you look at all of that, my question to you here in this third segment of Inside Edge Primetime is, if the Guardians, and let's hope they walk away with the World Series as well, but if they at least take home some individual hardware, AL Rookie of the Year doesn't seem that far out of the question. I know there's some favorites, and I believe Detroit, the kid out of Detroit right now, Kevin McConaughey, he's crushing it. You were talking to me before the evening here, started. I'm just going to ask a question. Sometimes we love hearing ourselves talk. What Guardian has the best chance of winning AL Rookie of the Year? Not saying, they will absolutely win it, but if you were to put one nominee up and feel like, okay, he has our best chance of maybe stealing the votes, who would it be?
That's a tough one because McGonigal and I think Murakami are so far out ahead right now as far as odds go and numbers. Although McGonigal, I mean, he's hitting 282 with 9 home runs, but he just he's such a good contact hitter. He barrels it up well. He's a good player, but I don't know. It's hard for me. I don't think Bazana has quite enough time in over DeLauder. Offensively, defensively, I don't think he's going to get the unless Bazana goes on an absolute tear. Like he would have to do something really really noteworthy. Have a 15 or 20 game stretch where he hits 10, 11, 12 home runs or something to bring the Guardians back and maybe put some distance between them and the White Sox. And he would have to be, like that would have to be solely on him. He would have to be like the sole proprietor of that comeback. Parker Messick might have the best shot because he's a pitcher, right? You start every 5 days. If he runs off 5, 6, 7 straight wins, he's going to start getting a lot of attention. He's already pitched very, very well. Listen, the Guardians are you have to be comfortable with the future. The only thing that makes you a little bit uncomfortable is the lockout that's looming. That's unfortunate. Then it's unfortunate timing, but I guess there's no good timing, right? There's no, well, this was the year we'd rather have the lockout, whatever. You don't really ever want that.
Right.
But yeah, it's like the Guardians are set up nicely for the future. We just don't know when that future is going to pick up after a little bit of a break. Most likely, it looks like it's imminent at this point. But I don't know. For me, it's between Chase DeLauder and Parker Messick. DeLauder because of just the number of games played over Bazana. Again, all three of them I think would have to do something pretty noteworthy to get themselves back up into the top 2 of this race. Right now it's McGonigal and Murakami, but I'm going to go Messick. I'll just go Parker Messick, I think. It's the best shot.
I love it. There's a few reasons I'm going to say Travis Bazana. One, it's Travis, and I don't disagree that Messick could be that guy, but I think it's Bazana. Yeah. You brought up the batting average. Sure, he's going to have to go on a little bit of a run. Good news is he's been on a little bit of a run recently, and he's been hitting the cover off the ball. You brought up the 9 home runs for, I believe, McGonigal, right? Correct? Yeah. Right now, Travis Bazana had 8 right now. So, he's not that far off. He's got, I believe, 31 ribbies we're looking at now on the year. 31 ribbies for Travis Bazana. He's been very patient to play. That's something you've highlighted. 34 walks, and I know that's not going to draw the sexy appeal for the voters, but it's something to consider. You look at all this, man. 239. If he can just if he can get up to like 14, 15 homers or something like that, considering he didn't even start the year here in Cleveland, if he can get up to 15 homers, 16 homers, get that batting average like 270. I think he has a real chance, man. And here's the reason why, too, to add to my point, is remember when Francisco Lindor had a great run for Rookie of the Year? I thought he was going to win it. I actually was sitting in a different studio with Robert Zicki and AA Anthony Alford doing main event in a different station and talking about, man, we're going to get Francisco Lindor. We are going to get him as the Rookie of the Year. This is amazing. Great news. And then the Astros won the division. That was the start of the Astros starting to run away with everything. And the Astros played in, at the time, a more competitive, I still say it this time, a more competitive division. But they played in a division that was just a little bit more sexier to MLB. Carlos Correa's numbers weren't as strong, in my opinion, as Francisco Lindor's, but they were a more appealing story, which does play into it, whether we want to avoid it or not. The fact that they were a team that was looking like, and they did eventually go on a little bit of a tear after that, that kind of plays into it as well. McGonigal for Detroit, they're probably going to be out of it by end of August, I would say. I mean, depending if they go on another heater, they could be out of it. Murakami, that's the tricky one because, hey, hello, we're right now in a battle with the White Sox. But he did miss a good amount of time. He missed a month. He was out from May 29th. It was his last game played till July 10th, Murakami. And the thing with him is he's played, so if I'm looking here, I just want to double-check my stats here. He's played 63 games for the White Sox this year, and Bazana, I'm just double-checking here, has played 68. So they're essentially, if you look at that even them out essentially. So they're going to have a clean playing field. What it's going to come down to, I believe, is, again, what you said, the average, which right now Bazana's kind of kicking his ass because he's only batting 231. But Murakami, where he's got him beat, is the 42 ribbies and the 20 dingers. So I guess it comes down to baseball. What are you going to look at? Is it going to be overall the impact? Because the White Sox were doing fine without Murakami. We haven't seen the Guardians without really Travis Bazana. But we know what he's done to this offense. And if they come and win this division, and he has 15 dingers, let's say Murakami slows down, only hits 25, 26 dingers. Let's say he absolutely goes ice cold. Falls short of 30. If you have 15, 16, 17 home runs out of Bazana, and he's batting 270, 280, which is 40, 50 points higher, than Murakami, I think there's a chance here Bazana gets it, man. And, they love giving it to the batters because, well, if you don't win Rookie of the Year, you can just go win Cy Young. If you're good enough, you'll win it your second year.
There you go. It's funny that we look at it that way. It's like saying Dan Marino, he'll get back to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, if he raises his average to that point, you would assume at that point his OPS would be up higher. I think that's the difference right now. You look at Murakami's got the 901 OPS. People love OPS right now, right? That's the crux of like how productive are you? Well, let's look at the OPS. That's 901 from Murakami. Bazana's sitting at 756, but I mean, yeah, if he gets his average up, 40, 50 points up to around 280, 290, then sure, he's sitting over 800. You would think at that point, and he's going to become a better hitter as he goes. Is he ever going to have that kind of power? I don't know. I'm not sure if he'll develop into that kind of a power hitter, but I like his approach at the plate. His approach at the plate, I think, lends to seeing, not a huge drop off from him. And you would have probably said the same thing about Stephen Kwan a couple of seasons ago, but I think Bazana has an even better approach at the plate than Kwan does. The full understanding of the strike zone, the understanding of what to swing at, what not to swing at, and it's not always balls and strikes. I know it sounds really simple. Don't swing at the balls and swing at the strikes. It doesn't even work like that. It's just Bazana's just got this. Already, I look at him as just a professional hitter, and I get it. Right. He plays professional baseball, of course, but you know what I mean. Like yes. There's that extra. You refer to some guys.
He's not swinging out of his shoes. Not to interrupt you, but he's not swinging out of his shoes at everything that comes across and looks like a home run pitch. I agree with you.
And it's almost. I'm not comparing him to Ichiro, but it's like when you watch Ichiro, and people say, "Yeah, but Ichiro was all singles. It was all yeah, but he also was like 230, 240 hits a season." And if Ichiro wanted to hit 30 or 40 home runs, he certainly could have. He had that kind of power. But, he was a guy who he valued the approach and getting on base and, being a problem for defenses. And I think that's what Bazana is shaping up to be. You hope he can, shore up the defense a little bit. It hasn't been great. But you look at McGonigal, I mean, his defense isn't great either, right? He plays shortstop. That's a premium position. So if you're going to knock Bazana for the defense, you got to knock McGonigal too. But it's an interesting race for sure this year. But yeah, McGonigal and Murakami seem to be way out ahead, just according to odds makers right now. Yeah. But again, that's what you get sometimes in a small market. I know Detroit's in the same, the White Sox are right here in the same division, but Chicago, Detroit seem to be much more visible than Cleveland when it comes to individual awards.
No, you're spot on. You're spot on, pal. It's going to be an interesting race. We'll keep an eye on all of that. I got something for you here at the end of the show. I want you to stew on this for the next 23-something hours.
How many different foods are you going to mention? Pork?
I had beef stew yesterday. What are you
doing to me right now? Okay.
I had beef stew at my cousin's house yesterday. It was phenomenal. It was, it was just, phenomenal. I've ate a lot of potatoes. I'm a Mick. I'm Irish, so it is what it is. But, it's just phenomenal stuff. Great stuff. I've ate great food. Cannot complain. Tomorrow, I think Pops is making... I think we're doing pork again, some other style. Look, man, I eat good, man. I can't complain. I'm not a chef, but this is where I cook up right here in this domain. This is where we're at. All right, I'm gonna let you stew on this here, and then we got to get out of here. Rent's due. I don't have it. I certainly don't have it. I was not at the casino or anything, but sometimes the way it goes. But here's the thing, and I don't know who's gonna pop on screen. It could be everybody. It's never. I think it's just us. Okay, we're good. Damn, we look good. Stew on this for 23 hours. I want you to sit on this and think about this.
All right.
Francisco Lindor. He's one of the only Mets that's not being talked about as being kept in terms of no trade. Like, we're not touching him. We're not entertaining anything. He is in that list that the Mets are entertaining. They are a dumpster fire. I know he has a big salary cap. I get it. I understand. Or salary, rather, and the Guardians only paying money. There's a few ways you can make that work if you're the Guardians. It's going to take some agreements on the Mets paying money. They've done it before. Ask Bobby Bonilla.
They don't care.
Take a look at... Yeah, they don't give a... I've already sworn. That's my one swear jar. We don't. So, yeah, exactly. Right. So here's what I'm saying. I want you to think about this. If the numbers made sense, let's just take the logistics out of it for a second. Let's have fun. Let's get crazy, man. Let's think about this. If we took the logistics out of it, everything worked out. The Mets ate the money, a majority of it. Would you entertain a Francisco Lindor return to Cleveland? I don't want your answer tonight.
Okay.
I want you to stew on it for 23 hours.
I
want you to be thinking about it while you're making breakfast for the Bryan household. I want you to be thinking about it when you're walking around and you're getting your exercise. I want you to think about it during your workout. I want you to think about this. That's all I got for you. All right. That's it. We'll talk about that and so much more here tomorrow. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow at InsideEdge.net so you know we're back tomorrow and, of course, all of the great programming like the Daily Spiral. She held it down for me last week. Appreciate her so much. She'll be on the screen here in about 60 seconds. It's time for the Daily Spiral. Chad B and I are out of here for Inside Edge Primetime on the Inside Edge Network. We'll see you tomorrow. I might have a new haircut. Chad might be mad. He might be eating during the show. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hungry. So hungry.
Welcome into the Daily Spiral, everyone. Can you guys hear me?
I'm messing with you. I can hear you.
Oh my God! See? This is why I'm angry. Double A, I'm gonna start something off for you. We're gonna talk about it later on, but I want to tell you something that I've been sitting on. I've been sitting on a hot piece of information.
Oh boy.
Yesterday, I was scrolling on a certain dating app. The fact that you already know.
See you at midnight.
Yesterday, everyone, I kept hitting the boost thing accidentally on this said dating app. If this dating app wants to sponsor me, I'm not gonna say what it is, but I was on a dating app and I saw Double A's profile.
That's right. That's right. You did. That's right. That's right.
No.
That's right. And I'm
No.
glad you skipped me because we're not even going to go through all that.
It was so funny.
No. Did you at least like my profile? Did you at least look at it? It's like,
I looked at it. It can use some work.
Okay.
It can use some work.
It ain't that bad. Like, listen.
It can use some work.
Okay, good.
We
Now,
can have a show where we work on it, okay? Because
we're not. I'm not. Let me explain where I'm at right now. Let me explain.
It was
Let me
so
explain.
awkward. It was like, what?
No. Let me explain. I'm just happy I'm back in the game. I'm just happy I'm back in the competition. I'm back in the focus. I'm gonna change my location now because I don't like in studio interference. So I'm gonna change locations now. I'm gonna say I live in Buffalo or something like that. I feared this was gonna happen. So I'm glad we got it out the way. It's done. That's it. Done. Now I'm just happy that I'm back in the game. All right. This is just being in the game. Just put me in the game, coach. This is a big step for me. This is a big step because I've left it alone for a while.
This is the most hilarious thing that's ever happened. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I can't tell him that I found it until I found it.
I will say this though. I am happy that at least I showed up.
You did.
My fear with these sites is that I don't show up to these things.
No, you do.
Trying to take my money.
You're paying for it?
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
What to say?
No.
I've only ever paid for one time.
No.
And that was because I kept getting frustrated and they offered me a free trial. So I just did the free trial and canceled it.
I think years ago, I let's just see what it's about. And I paid once and then I didn't like it. So I moved on and that was it. But that was years ago. Autumn, I did not know. Hell, since we're going to start down this rabbit hole, let me get into it. I didn't know because, again, backstory. I was in a long-term relationship, engaged, it didn't work out. Oh, well. And so much has changed since the last time I was involved in these sites. So much has changed.
It's been like, what, 6 years, 7 years?
Let's see, it's 2016. Yeah, 2019. Actually, honestly, I haven't used this since 2018, to be perfectly honest. Like, so much has changed. I know back in 2018, there were bots and stuff even then, but now, I mean, the amount of research, at least when you skip me, you didn't have to do much research. You know way too much about me already. But there's just, there's a ton of stuff that we do behind the scenes. It's like, okay, let me thoroughly read the bio. If you have an incomplete bio, I'm skipping you. I don't care how good you look. You're getting skipped. So you have to have a complete.
Wait. Are we doing our dating app icks? Because this is my lane. This is my lane.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
We're going down to it. We might as well do it right now.
Let's okay. So yours is incomplete bio. Mine 100%. I'm gonna use my phone as an example. If you have a photo and I can tell it's taken from this angle, you see the angle I'm talking about? If I can see that the photo is taken from that angle, I already know what kind of person you are. You like to take certain pictures and send them to women. If you're taking an angle like this, and I see all of your chin and your neck, I know what kind of photos you like to take. That's the first ick. I also, too, incomplete bio. Now, automatic swipe left.
Now, I want to make clear, in case anybody wants to know, I do not have any of those photos in my bio. I just want to make it perfectly clear.
I'm glad. What's the other one?
Yeah, so for me, incomplete bio, that's like a big red flag. No, because there's too many bots. Too much. That to me, that's the big one. You'll probably say some other stuff like, yeah, that one too.
If you have a photo with a child and it's not your child, why do you have a photo on this app with your child or with a child? If it's not your child. So your child already. No. Your child already on the app is being crazy. But then don't like put in your bio, oh, that's not my kid, that's my niece or my nephew. Why do you have your niece and your nephew in your pictures?
And all kidding aside, there are crazy people out there with kids. I know parents, I know people who have kids, they do not put their kids on social media. I don't blame them one bit. Like, especially because some of these people with children are weird. There's no, I agree. Like, if that's not your child, there's no even if it is your child, like, okay, you could say mom of 2 or mom of whatever, fine. And thank you for being honest, putting it out there that you are a parent. Cool. Don't surprise anyone, but you don't need to put child in the profile photos, especially if they're not your kid. If they're not your kid, hell no.
If it's your niece or your nephew, like y'all, I promise you, my niece, so adorable, so cute. I would never put her ever in a photo to get a man on a dating app. That's just never happening. Also, if you take photos while you're driving, I know what kind of person you are. You have zero spatial awareness. I could tell if you're in the car. It's not even like you're in the car. I could tell you're driving. Why are you taking selfies while you're driving?
All right, let me defend myself. I don't take selfies.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I don't take them while I'm driving. I do take photos in my vehicle.
No.
When I'm parked.
In the car is fine.
Okay.
It's the ones that you can tell that they're taking the photo and they're driving. Like you can tell. Like in the car, I don't mind. Look, I take photos in the car. Great lighting. But I can tell if you have got your camera propped up and you're taking it like this.
Well, again, it's that Eli and I called this yesterday. It's that Diesel Daddy Cool angle, the Kevin Nash angle, the Carl Anthony Towns angle.
It makes you look like a loser. Eli, come on screen.
Autumn.
What is your
First off, hello. I missed you.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing a great job last week. You held it down.
I
I
tried.
I got a great one.
Hold up.
Oh no. Double A takes those under chin picks up your top. I'm not finishing.
Kyle.
Not finishing that statement.
Kyle.
I'm not. No. Yeah.
We will address those comments on the Side Hustle Pod.
Hopefully, warn me what part of the show that. Okay. Anyways, so I can avoid that. Dating app icks, and actually, I was off last week, so I'm not gonna. I'll pull the curtain back. I was swiping away a little bit here and there.
Look, I think all swipe. I told you I swiped and I saw somebody's profile that I wasn't supposed to see.
Crazy. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. So I got back into it because I wasn't using the dating apps for a minute. And then we talked about Love Island for like a month and a half straight. And I'm like, man, I just got to see what's out there right now. And I found out there's just too much out there that I don't want to see. First off, for me, creating a bio is a pain in the ass. Because I'm like, okay, I start like artist, music artist, broadcast, assistant program director. Do I use the title? So I don't know. Okay, so we get into all that.
That's the other thing. Real quick, that's the other thing. It's like,
the occupation.
To use your title, because that's a man thing, to use your title.
Yeah.
But I'm not. Fine. After the show, I'm going to put all caps, program director.
And I don't know what they're looking for. Because it's like, then I scroll through some of these bios, and okay, I'll get to it. My biggest ick is like when somebody's like, poly, looking for a third, but can't. It's got to be a man that's 6'8" and 300 pounds and played offensive line for the Bills. Like, what the freak are we talking about?
Let me tell you about those looking for a third profiles. If I see one more of those, first of all, y'all all look the same. I know what you look like.
They're so picky, Autumn. They're so picky.
It's not even picky. Why are you on a dating app? Oh my God. I matched with a guy one time. I thought he was really cute. I was like, oh my God, this is great. Like, vibe. He said, yeah, so I'm in an ethically non-monogamous relationship. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Wait, what?
An open relationship.
Yeah, that means that dude gets down, double A. That's what that means.
That means his wife or girlfriend allows him to have ethically non-monogamous relationships. And he was like, yeah, so I see you're looking for something serious. I just want to let you know. I'm like, what in the world? I'm like, how did I end up here?
I have some questions for you since I'm going to disappear after, whenever you guys kick me away back to behind the scenes. But I'm going to ask you this because I need some advice. We're friends. Okay. We went through some of our terrible dating stories together.
Absolutely.
Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I'll send my bio into the night show chat, say what I have right there. Because here's the other thing. And Double A, I don't know if you've noticed this, my fellow dog on the panel right now. Like, are we
that's
not
also the bio, by the way. Dog
with a W, DAWG.
With a W.
Like, are we supposed to be like, and I'm not saying mean. Obviously, I respect women and I want them to see that I am a nice guy. But are we supposed to be a little meaner in the bio?
Why would you choke on that?
What?
Why would you choke on that? Double A is crazy. No. Okay.
But are we supposed to be meaner? Like, yeah, I got a nice side, but you're going to have to peel me the layers back like Shrek or something. Like, what are we supposed to say? Like an onion, like Shrek was an onion. Like, I mean, what are we supposed to do here? I mean,
that's a good question, Autumn. That's actually a really good question.
Are we not supposed to look thirsty? Is that what it is nowadays? Like, we're not supposed to be like looking for a vibe? Or because right now I have at the end of it, I think looking for a vibe or just to see what happens.
This is making my head hurt. First of all,
hold up. Is that a red flag if you just say that at the end?
Yes, that is a huge red flag. So first of all, let's address this. Nate, thank you for all the compliments. I see your messages. He's really trying to get put on, you guys. Second of all, that is the most red flag thing I could ever hear.
But a vibe could be anything, Autumn.
No, Eli.
Hold up. Eli, I'm going to defer to Autumn on this one.
I know.
Why is it a bad idea to say you're just trying to vibe?
because it doesn't explain anything. If you say just looking for a vibe, it's like, okay, so if I'm a girl and I'm just saying, oh, just looking for a vibe, and you just want to hook up, that's what I'm thinking. And then if you tell me, oh, the vibe is like eventually I wanted to get to a serious place, then I have to rewire my mind to say, okay, he wants to be serious. Women like it when men are upfront and tell us what you like. So if you want to be in a ethical non-monogamous relationship and I don't, I'm not going to do that. If you want to be in a relationship, tell me and we'll work towards that. Or if you want to just hook up, tell. All you have to do is be honest with a woman. Don't lie to her.
I'm
Don't
about to take another vacation. Everything I'm hearing is bullshit.
I just took
It's
mine. I'm
not.
back today.
I'm telling you guys, women want
How
you
often?
to be
No.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
getting
go
down
ahead.
to this. Eli, stay on the screen. We're
I
getting
will.
down to this. How often does you see a dude
Okay.
and you're in your dating apps
Mhm.
say, "Hey, I'm DTF," and you swipe that way?
I swiped it that way because that's not what I'm looking for. If this was 10 years ago, I probably would have swiped right because I'm like, okay, you're honest, but I'm not in that right now, so I'm gonna swipe that way.
But
Don't approach it and tell me you're DTF, but then treat me like a girlfriend. See, that's
But my
the problem.
question, so that's my follow up. I'm going to follow up on that. So we have seen in today's dating waves a lot of casual and situationships turn into real things. Do you think that is a real thing on the dating world app? Let's just say because, okay, let's just peel the curtain back. There's a certain app that AA is not allowed on anymore. Sorry, Dubs, I love you. But no, Facebook.
I just rebuilt it. Oh, that app. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
Facebook.
I'm
Let
sorry.
me before we get really down the rabbit hole.
By the way,
Facebook.
You're right.
By the way, Facebook dating is a horror show.
Okay, so that's what I was
met
gonna ask. That's
One
what I was-
person that was normal in there. Facebook dating is a horror show.
That's-
I tried it. I cannot figure out how to get rid of my profile, so I constantly
can teach.
get
I can
matches.
show you. I can show you.
Constantly get matches. I hate it. It's a horror show. The other day, because I kept getting notifications, I spent 10 minutes swiping left because there were so many people.
Hold up, Autumn. Here's the key to success. All you gotta do is violate terms and conditions. You can get rid of Facebook dating no matter what.
That's right. Look at the whole damn thing.
Oh my god.
But on
Get rid of all of it. All your
serious-
history, everything. It's all gone.
serious talk, because I know you guys got a lot to dive into tonight, and I don't want to steal anybody's
No,
thunder.
it's okay. I enjoyed this conversation. This is my wheelhouse.
Yeah, I guess like
pro.
my
I
thing
found
is
all of them.
I'm like afraid. Let's be real. I'm afraid to go on Tinder and Bumble and all those ones again.
Hey,
That's why.
we don't name them because eventually they can be sponsors, Eli. We want
Well, I'm not saying I don't enjoy when I find the matches on there. I love that. And I appreciate their helping me find a match, And if they want to be a partner of the Inside Edge Network, go ahead and CAA and I, you can reach out. Even reach out to Autumn. Reach out and get us to your marketing manager, and we can go ahead and talk.
Hey, we about to be like, hey, we looking for a sponsor. Swipe right.
Absolutely.
Are you a small business looking for more marketing ideas? We
Look, I'm
got
gonna
you.
tell you like this. We're gonna have a show where I'm gonna put the two of you. I want you to send me your profiles with your pictures.
Okay.
You already saw mine.
Yeah,
No,
we gotta do it
no.
again. Yeah, but
I'll
she's
have
probably
to-
swiping.
I have to do it again, okay? And I'm gonna go through them and I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with them, okay?
But you can't judge them in a mean way, though.
No, I wouldn't judge
Okay.
them in a mean way.
Okay.
I'm trying to help the two of you get women. Why am I doing this? If I'm not gonna be mean, okay? I'm not a mean person when it comes
I know
to
you're not, but
right?
I get a little nervous. Like my bio right now, I think is literally like music artist,
Get
broadcaster,
this it's a vibe
empath.
shit out of there. Get that. Oh my god, get empath out of there too. Oh my god.
I am though.
I know you are, but that is terrible.
Hold up.
Terrible.
Full disclosure.
Okay.
Autumn, which app did you catch me on? You can
The one
share
that
it.
starts with a T.
Okay, that one.
Okay.
All right, that one's not finished yet.
Okay.
That one's not finished.
Okay. All right. Just know that's the one. If I'm super bored, if I have nothing to do, I'm on that one because I'm like, look, okay, I'm gonna give you guys a cool ranking of all the dating apps. Down here at the bottom, lowest tier, Hinge. Hinge, y'all got me fucked up. I'm sorry. Excuse my French. Okay, y'all got me fucked up. Every time I go on that app, I see somebody. Ooh, y'all got me fucked up. Second one, Tinder. You know, y'all two got me fucked up, but not as bad. Number one, Bumble. That's the one I've had the most success. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Under Hinge is Facebook dating because y'all also got me fucked up. If I see as much ugly as I see on them two on Hinge and Facebook dating, I'm not ugly. Don't put them uglies in my face. All right.
Oh, yeah, and it's like then you have the problem too with Facebook dating. It's like they have two mutual friends you may know. I'm like, why would they know this
right.
person?
I forgot about that.
Like,
why
would they?
Exactly right. They do have that.
Like,
yes, and they show you the people that you know, and it's like, no, I can't do this. Guys, we have to go to break.
Yes.
When we come back from break,
I have.
we'll actually talk about Love Island because today is a historic Love Island day. So much stuff happened. We'll also kind of get into the World Cup and the World Cup halftime show and all the crazy things that happened. And then I'll also react to the Avengers Doomsday trailer, and I'll give you my good spiral and bad spiral. But let's go to break. We'll come back.
I do have a couple matches already on that one app.
Hey, let's go. One for the good guys. One for the good guys.
I'm not going to respond to those matches, though. I don't really like them too much, but I do.
It's
What
all
do you
right.
know
It's
about?
all right. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to respond to everybody.
They at least deserve a hello. Okay, all right.
And then goodbye.
Yeah,
That's terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible.
All right, when we come back, we'll talk Love Island. Because, yes, like I said last week, Love Island discourse lasts till the whole next cycle. But you guys are watching Daily Spiral here on Inside Edge Network.
Key On Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Key On Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Key On Sports is your one-stop for all of it. Visit them today at keyonsports.com or on YouTube at Key On Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at SportsMemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the SportsMemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to SportsMemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. SportsMemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com.
I'm sorry, don't like. Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. I've been laughing the whole break because don't like.
No, I am blacked out, man.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, man? See, y'all, this is why we can't do shows at 11 o'clock because we're both slap heavy. I've been up since 6:30. I sent a message that said I accidentally opened IG while in Teams meeting, and all you heard was bounce that ass like you and your friend do. Y'all, when I can tell you, I can imagine that man doing it. Okay.
Real quick, before you get to Love Island, I read my bio. And there will be some changes to this bio.
No. Send it to me. Send it to me. And you know what? Tomorrow's show, Double A, I want you to pop in early. And our last segment will be completely dedicated to you and Eli and changing your bios on dating apps. Because
I just want to point out, we're going to need more than 10 minutes, but we'll try it.
Probably. Now, let's get into this Love Island discourse. Season 8, of course, is over. All the Islanders are back home this weekend. All of them, we've either heard from them or saw them, including our top 4. Zach has finally gone back to the UK. Kata has finally gone back to New Hampshire. Trinity's still in LA. Anaya's back in Atlanta. Carl's back in Denver. Melanie is in LA. Insincere is back in New Jersey, and somehow, some way, Kenzie and Dylan are just trouncing around this country, just doing whatever.
Why am I not surprised?
I don't understand.
Not surprised.
But today, Double A, I was offended. I had to watch this on my TV screen. I'm gonna show you what I had to watch on my TV screen. She look a hot damn mess. Beatrice.
That's her?
Yes.
That doesn't even look like the same person.
Why she got cornrows to the back with some baby hair?
Yeah, that's the style of the month. I don't know.
No, she need to go on
that
somewhere.
looks like a completely different person, Autumn.
Yeah, she was on the Today Show promoting Disability Awareness Month, which I'm okay with, but she just look a hot mess. But that's not even the story of today, Double A, right? That's not even the story, okay? Not even close to the story. Now, again, there are 2 stories that are going on right now. So, number 1, Peacock is doing their press week differently. So, what people have been accustomed to is Islanders available right out of the villa. Last year, hot mess, shit show. We all saw it. It was crazy, all right? Mm-hmm. They were all on Instagram Live, TikTok Live, posting Snapchats, asking where the plug is, going on.
Ace's real season started when he left the villa, and Huda started. Jeez.
Going to premieres, dating people from other streaming networks, and then popping up on the reunion saying, "Oh, we can't talk about it because Netflix has it embargoed." Now, because of last season's cast and their behavior and their antics, season 8's press has looked a lot different. So, only people who've done press is essentially the dumped Islanders. I think Sincere is the only one of the top 4 that has done any sort of press, anything. They released a video of Bryce today, sort of looking back on his journey and answering questions from himself that he started out with. A interviewer for I think Access Hollywood or Entertainment Tonight, she was asked if she was going to get the top two couples, and she said no, we requested it, but the only two she was going to get was Melanie and Kata. And a lot of people were like, what? Why? And so this is what I think is happening. I think that they're waiting for, I think they actually are trying to care for these people, right? Because they probably have had so much feedback over the last couple of years of like, my mental health was crazy. I couldn't adjust. Like, I didn't know how to really, really go back into normal life. So what they're probably doing is letting all the Islanders go back into normal life. Some of them are still in school. Some of them are out of school. Some of them have normal jobs. They're letting them readjust for the next couple weeks. And
hopefully Kenzie goes back to school and learn about 2020, 2030 vision.
She's somehow graduated from nursing school. Oh my God, Eli, please stop. No, I can't focus on you right now. I need to focus on this. Okay.
Turn the phone away. I'm disgusted what I just saw there.
I need to focus on this, okay? But I think this is what's going to happen. I think we are going to get more of the promotions closer to the reunion because it wouldn't make sense to start promoting now. Like a lot of people are being like, oh, but when you want to promote the season's over. You really only need to start promotions like right before the reunion.
And it is still August 31st, correct?
Yes. September 2nd would be in Australia. So that just would be the air date for them.
Okay.
Right? That would make more sense. But it is August 31st. So this is what I think. I think they are saving, of course, both Bryce and Trinity and Carl and Anaya for like the big shows, like the Today Show, Jimmy Fallon, Watch What Happens Live. That'll probably be the week of leading up to the reunion or right after. That's what you really need to do. You don't need to promote anything right now, y'all. I don't understand this idea that you need to promote. You don't. Like, the season is over. Like, there's nothing to promote. And it's the number one show of the summer.
Yeah, and there's usually a natural, like, cool down phase and stuff. Like, let it simmer. We talked about this last week. Like, I know some fans wanted the reunion to be like today, like right now. And it's like, let it cook, let it simmer a little bit. Like it's been 6 straight weeks of show. And then like them finally coming home. And here's the thing, Autumn, and why we're still talking about it. A good chunk of these Islanders without press is still going to give you content, either them themselves or exes. Somebody's going to give you content no matter what.
Yeah. Like, okay, for example, so since the moment she has got out of that villa, that girl has been on Instagram Live, she's been on TikTok Live, she's been on every podcast that will ask her. We don't need like to say, oh, this person's not promoting. Y'all, the season is being promoted. Everybody's getting waxed, all right? So just relax. Now, I know what you're mentioning. I know you're mentioning my girl Trinity and her ex-boyfriend coming out and saying, yeah, this was us right before she went on the show. I want you guys to understand this. Trinity and her opening package literally said she was dealing with someone right before she came to Fiji.
Yeah,
so it's not really.
They hook up like right before, like didn't they talk about this like on the show?
Yeah.
Like they had sex like right before the show.
And everybody's like, well, look, he's black. Trinity has said multiple times that she has only dated black guys. Bryce is the first and only white guy she's ever dealt with. Like, this is not like a gotcha. Like, everything is pretty much the same.
And can we talk about this from a life standpoint for a second? Mm-hmm. If you're ex, you're the ex, what flex are you putting out there? That how are you putting yourself out there and saying, yeah, that used to be my girl? Like, why would you? What's the win? That's what I'm trying to figure out from the guy, from the ex. Like, all right, used to mess around with Trinity. Who are you? Like, what's your story? What's your point? What's your purpose? I don't think that's a good look.
I got what it is. Okay. So I have to I'm thinking back deep in my Love Island brain, okay? This actually stems from season 2 of Love Island USA. The CBS seasons, okay? So, season 2, there was a guy named Caleb on there. Caleb was partnered with Justine. Caleb and Justine went all the way and won the money, right? Caleb and Justine then dated after the show. So the show ends in July. They break up in October. Announced the breakup in October. It comes out in December that Caleb had a whole plan, had a whole agenda, and he purposely went on the show to get famous. Not only did he go on the show to get famous, but he purposely chose to couple up with a black woman to win the show because he knew that's how he could win. Whole time he had a girlfriend who was white. So that's where the mindset comes in of like, okay, I'm gonna expose my ex because who's on Love Island because number one, like, hey, I dated this person right before you went on the show, and it's like I could see if you guys were dating and she came back and she left LA and went back to Virginia and was like calling you, right?
Right.
She not even doing that. Homegirl is posting her tasting matcha for the first time with Bryce. She's at dinners with the Glee cast, JC Chazé. She's probably met Paris Hilton because, I don't know if you know this, Bryce runs LA and essentially lied about his life.
I thought Natalie Nunn ran LA. That's what I learned from Bad Girls Club back in the day.
Bryce runs LA because apparently he's friends with Rob Stark from Game of Thrones. He's friends with JC Chazé from NSYNC. He's friends with half the Glee cast. He goes to the Elton John Oscars party every year. Like he really runs LA. And he's rich. And a lot of people are like, wait a minute. You saying that you fix garbage trucks? Maybe he owns the company.
He might own the company. Yeah, I think you're right. He might own the company, and it works. But if you own the company, that's a different story.
His first modeling job was literally Calvin Klein.
I need to ask you one thing though, and this is just. I'm not saying I agree. I don't even necessarily agree with this theory, but I have seen it throughout the season on threads and Twitter about Love Island, and I'm sure you've seen this particular criticism. Do you think, the final 4? I think all 4 couples were interracial couples. Do you think? Do you believe the theory that some have laid out that the path to getting to the final is through interracial dating?
No, because Serena and Cordell won season 6. Both Serena and Cordell are black. Brian and Amaya won last season. Both Brian and Amaya are Latinos. Look, I know people want to glom onto interracial relationship. I know that's like the big thing of like, Bryce and Trinity are a black dude and a white girl. Oh, no, excuse me. A white dude and a black girl. Yeah, Anaya and Carl is here we have this Asian dude and this black woman. Zach and Kata. Kata is biracial. Zach is English and Greek. He's European. Sincere and Melanie are both Latinos. They're Puerto Rican and Dominican, which is insane that we didn't see anybody throw hands, but it's not out of the realm. That's the whole point. I wasn't
the only one who thought that, by the way.
Right?
Right.
It's not out of look, Love Island is Love Island. It's the whole point is you're not supposed to date your typical type. Look at everybody who tried to go for their typical type this season, right? The typical type, and it blew up in their face. Every single one of them. And then when they went outside of that, and they went for the person who they would never go for.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit? What do you mean by that?
Anaya and Casey. Casey was very clearly her typical type. Trinity going for Corey. Corey was very typically her type. Melanie going for Corbin. Corbin was very typically her type. Everybody who
Caleb and Kenzie.
Kenzie.
Right.
Everybody that had a type it blew up in their face, right? Hell, even Kenzie and Dylan, that blew up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not really like this is an interracial, like, y'all, please, like, it's we are in 2026. If you are still that concerned with interracial dating, please, like, go away.
Yeah.
There's no sense of purity, pure bloodline. I'm sorry to tell you, every single person, unfortunately, is mixed. I'm sorry to tell you.
No way.
We're all a little mixed. We all got a little bit of European because of, something that happened in the world. That is very rare.
And when the lights are out, we're all black.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right.
One last thing before we go to break, and we'll talk about the World Cup and Avengers Doomsday when we come back. Kenny, I don't even want to get this attention, but Kenny from season 6 decided to go on a podcast, share his feelings, share his emotions, cry, and say that his ex-girlfriend Janae was so mean to him. She was so mean to him, and that's why he had to be racist to her.
Nah, that's always been I don't even know, but that's always if you're racist in any way, shape, or form, like, that's ingrained in you, man. That's
your black girlfriend who you had a group chat about, who you used the hard R about.
Yeah, that's the other thing. That's
don't even play me, Kenny. Kenny,
yeah, come on.
That's as much attention I'm gonna give to him, because when I tell you this is why you gotta watch season 6. Season 6 had so much more mess, but their mess was controlled. It's not like season 7. Season 7, their mess wasn't controlled. When we come back from the break, we'll talk about the World Cup. We'll talk about Argentina a little bit. And we'll talk about Avengers Doomsday. The trailer came out. And we'll share our reactions. But you're watching the Daily Spiral here on the Inside Edge Network.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and, everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. That's fanatics.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick.
With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh.
I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network. Mosser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by Inside Edge Network's very own Ryan Mosser and his wife Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northern Ohio but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more at monstermomentsphotography.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. monstermomentsphotography.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Eli, what is wrong, man? No. This is for tomorrow's show. No, I will thoroughly dissect it, and I will give you notes tomorrow.
Dog, I'm trying to help you, man. I'm trying.
The pictures alone just scream red flags. No, we'll talk about this tomorrow. We'll talk about this tomorrow, okay?
Dog, I'm just Eli. I'm disappointed in what. By the way, I'm not calling Autumn dog. Okay, I'm not sincere. I'm not calling another woman dog.
Big dog. He said.
Big dog. Big dog.
He said, "All right, big dog.
All right, big dog.
Huh?
Hey, can I pull you for a chat, big dog?"
That's still, and the fact that she still keeps following him and unfollowing him is crazy.
We got to hear something from her. She's going to drop something. I don't know what. She'll drop a little
nonsense. She ain't going to drop nothing. She's still mad that Melanie got her spot. Let's talk about the World Cup. The World Cup finally ended yesterday at MetLife Stadium.
One of the ugliest stadiums, by the way, in the NFL, by the way.
Hideous stadium. Hideous. Horrendous to get to. One of the worst, but somehow, for some reason, Europeans really liked it because Europeans don't even have air conditioning in their stadiums.
Yeah.
What?
That's a problem.
If I was to go to a baseball game and I'm walking through that concourse and I don't feel no air, I would die. Okay? If I went to a Cavs game and there was no air in that building, no. Hell, even a Browns game. And I've almost died at a Browns game, y'all. I once almost had an asthma attack trying to climb the stairs to get to the nosebleeds at a Browns game. And I was still okay. I was still fine because I knew I could go out to that concourse and there was air.
This is about to be the most ignorant question I'll get to you. You remember if they won the game?
No, it was against the Giants. That game against the Giants. No. Even worse. Because I'm struggling. I'm trying to sit there and I'm like, and they're losing. Like, come on.
Like, at least give me a W. Give me something.
No, I'm like, this is how it was. I was like, my mom, she looked at me. She was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No." Like, girl, you see me struggling up these damn stairs?
Hold up. We about to be on the Browns game. Be like, follow us at InsideEdge.net. Facebook and Twitter.
Y'all know,
and Roku app.
know that Brown Stadium nosebleeds are like the worst. Like, I'm genuine. They are literally terrible. Like, it just, and you feel like you're about to fall. Like, I hate them. Okay. Let's get to the World Cup.
All right.
Spain beats Argentina 1-0. Argentina, what the hell? What in the world? How were they even in that game? I don't understand it.
I don't know. I mean, and I talked about this a little bit yesterday, but I'm like, is Spain going to really allow Argentina to get in the penalty kicks without one single shot on goal attempt or shot on target attempt? Are they really going to do this?
They had 2.
Yeah, okay. They finished with 2, but it was like we were getting close. we were getting very close to penalty kicks. I'm like, dog, what are we doing? But Spain, hey, first autumn, credit to Spain. They were locking Argentina down during most of the game. And most of the match was at full strength. And Spain handled business. I'll give Spain credit where they deserve credit.
I'm going to just say this. Do you know how evil you have to be for the world to root for Spain? Y'all, Spain colonized half the world just as long as England, like just as much as England did. Do you know why there are certain countries that speak Spanish? That is because Spain colonized them, right? Almost all of those countries outside of Argentina that speak Spanish was rooting for the colonizer.
Yeah. So I guess my question, this is an interesting discussion.
The people who oppressed their ancestors, they were rooting for them.
So I get when you watch international events, World Cup, Olympics, do you think about like the history of the country?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, do you think about history of the country? Do you think about this is a guy perspective? Do you think about who has the most attractive women or men?
No. No. You see, I go in, first of all, do you know how much it pains me sometimes to root for the United States? I'm extremely patriotic when it comes to sports. I love the U.S. when it comes to sports. But you know how hard it is to root for them when the country is almost always in shambles here? It is terrible. But I will root for USA because I'm American, right? But when I say, y'all, like, the world hates Argentina. Like, the world hates Argentina. Mexicans were celebrating, saying, thank God they lost and they're broke. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but Argentina is in debt and their money literally is worthless. Like, you got Mexico celebrating. You got, like, when I say the people who were colonized by Spain, the countries, were all rooting for Spain. That is insane.
Are they more in debt than we are?
Yes. The
saying a ton.
The Argentinian peso is worth literally no money.
Yeah, that's saying a ton. I'll send some of my student loans money to them.
And I've learned some things about Argentina. They have a chain of burger spots. Look at my mouth when I say the word. I can't say it on air, but look at my mouth when I say it, the word. Okay?
Go ahead.
Big burger.
Oh, that. Got it.
Can't say the word on air, but yeah, that word. And then they apparently have a Kyle Rittenhouse wellness center.
Oh man. So go ahead.
Do y'all understand how deluded you have to be to have a Kyle Rittenhouse wellness center?
Well, each country has their own issues. You know, that's just what it is. You know, it's just. But
yeah, Spain. Congratulations.
Messi, by the way, almost made a circus shot in extra time coming off of the sideline. And the ball ricocheted and almost went in. And I'm like, that's crazy. They almost tied it up.
Yeah, but also their antics caught up with them. It caught up with them bad. Like, you cannot almost, like, in front of a referee. Like, this is the thing. It was in front of the referee. Like, it's different if it was directly in front of the referee, and he was so surprised. He was like, what do you mean I got a red card? Homie, you did that, and you almost killed that man in front of the referee.
And that referee had a lot of face time in the final. I will say that ref did have a lot of face time there. But yeah, Argentina, like, again, to your point, 12 of the 19, games, like, they scored like 75 minutes and on. And that was the one worry. If you were a Spain fan, you're watching, it's like, oh no, we're getting to like the 75th minute. We're getting close. And they haven't scored. Like, they're locking Argentina down. Most of the match is happening on one side of the field, and Spain can't score. I mean, Argentina slowly.
They kept scoring, but they kept calling it back. They kept calling it offsides. They kept using VAR. Spain should have been up by a lot in that game. But you have to think about this also. Think about most of Argentina's wins. They came from when they were down, and they were way behind. Remember, they were down 2-0 to Egypt and somehow won 3-2. They were down 1-0 to England most of that game, and they came back and beat them 2-1. Like, all of their wins, even Cape Verde should have won that game. And somehow, some way, Argentina finds a way. But I'm so glad that they lost. Halftime show. Madonna opened it. The Muppets were part of it. BTS killed it. Justin Bieber was there. Ted Lasso was there. And Shakira closed it. And Shakira has one of the craziest deals with FIFA because she's at every World Cup, and I don't understand. Right? They love her. But what did you think of the halftime show? Who was your favorite part?
It was fine. I mean, I was happy to see Justin Bieber, to be perfectly honest. I mean, obviously, you know, she handled business and stuff, but it was like, I haven't seen Justin Bieber perform in a long time for whatever reason.
He's not very good anymore.
I know, but I don't know if he's going through some things. It has been going through some things. I've heard. I don't know, but I'm happy that he was out there performing. I'm watching this. I'm like, this is pretty cool. I mean, I thought it was a great production. I know Dana White hated it, but
absolutely, 100%.
But I thought it was a nice production. It was something that I wasn't, really expected. It was fine.
I'm just gonna tell you something. Justin Bieber really likes to ski.
Maybe. I mean, again, I'm
really
not gonna.
Skiing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna. Bieber can do whatever the hell he wants there.
He likes skiing them slopes. So honestly, I'm kind of glad the World Cup is over. At the end, I kind of got bored because Argentina just ruined it for everybody. It was fun up until then, for real. Everything. I enjoyed Norway. I enjoyed Scotland. I enjoyed Cape Verde. Everything was fine until Argentina got in the mix. Now, to the real story before we switch over to your crack show, AA. Let's talk about Doomsday. The official poster for Avengers Doomsday, releasing December 18th, 2026, is out. Tickets are now on sale. My brother is 100% going to ask me to get them. If you also don't know, Avengers Endgame is being re-released in theaters. And during the re-release, they will apparently have a new opening, bonus footage, and a scene that leads directly into Avengers Doomsday. What did you think of the trailer?
I like what I saw. I mean, look, Marvel right now, I don't know. For lately, it hasn't been hitting for me. Like lately, it's not like I'm not gonna watch, but I'm like, I need this to like really, really hit. Like you gotta hold my attention for 3 hours here, or 2 hours and 45. How long this is?
It's almost 3 hours.
I know, and they gotta hold my attention, but I need Marvel to really, really hit. I know Kyle earlier was talking about Spider-Man, and I know that's out the end of the month, correct?
Yes, it's out July 31st. I will be a little late on air that day. I will be going to see it Friday night instead of Thursday night because my brother decided to want to become a cop, and now he has a 9 to 5. So
there you go.
We can't go Thursday night because he has to get up in the morning. Ugh.
There you
gross.
Go. But no, I'm intrigued. I am intrigued. I am embarrassed. There is one Avengers story that I am embarrassed about, but we're short on time to get into it. Let me just point out this way, and this is why it's stunning that I do a midnight show now. In college, I think it was 2012, the Avengers came out.
My
friends.
I was in high school.
Yeah, my friends was like, hey, let's watch the midnight premiere. Sure, great. Front row.
No, you didn't.
Front row. Slept 20 minutes into the movie. And remember, I'm a snorer.
AA.
Hey, I ain't sleeping. I was not napping, but I was. So I'm a little.
It's okay. It's okay. When I was 6, I went to go see the first Spider-Man in theaters, and I fell asleep through the whole entire thing.
Not doing Tobey Maguire.
I was 6. It was 2001. I was 6.
Oh my God.
I was 6. My brother was so excited. My mom woke me up and said, you slept the whole time. And I said, ugh, I'm sorry about that.
Boy.
I, of course, have seen it now as an adult and can appreciate how good it was for the time.
There it was.
But I understand. I also fell asleep during Captain Marvel. I went to go see it a second time, and I was sick. And I fell asleep, and my friends were like, you were asleep. And I'm like, I already saw it, so I'm okay.
Man. All right, Autumn. Eli's giving us the wrap sign.
You know, Double A, before we go, I think this should be our lead-in every time to you switching over the show. Eli, I'm going to play a video, and then we're going to switch over to Double A's Crack Show.
That shit empty.
So I had this thought. I was thinking about this video today. I had this thought. So I'm watching Monday Night Raw tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And the main event match for SummerSlam is Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. And every time Seth Rollins is in a big championship feud, he always says, I'm fighting for the championship I've never lost. And it's a backstory that he has used for years, just like how KC's going to use that door backstory for years to come.
I'm pretty sure he lost. Didn't he lose to Finn Balor?
He has lost several times, but apparently that world title is the title that he never lost. He's been injured like 3 or 4 times. So after a while, sure, he never lost the title. But
I'm sorry, but every time I watch that clip of him, it just gets funnier. Because the other day, I watched the full thing for the first time since that night. Yo, Ariana was like, so your door's empty? He's like, yeah, it is empty. She was like, how do you feel? I'm like,
Yeah.
Ariana, please.
yeah, so again, they're gonna have to do a bit on the reunion that like you're gonna have to walk through a door and see
Absolutely,
if there's something there.
100%. Double A, you're gonna have to come on, and we're gonna have to talk about the reunion because somebody's likes on Instagram, or we'll talk about them and how shady they are.
Oh, gotcha. All right, Autumn, this was fun. That first segment was probably one of my all-time favorite broadcasting moments ever.
Tomorrow, Eli, I know you're listening. We'll talk about it. And I'll give you some tips on how to fix it because you need to fix it. You need to fix it. Fix it bad. You need to fix it.
Bad spiral today. Do not say on your bio you want good
Vibes only.
Vibes only.
Don't say that shit. That's an instant swipe left. Vibes only. That's just terrible. So take it out of your bio, Double A.
Go ahead, say goodnight.
I will see you guys tomorrow on the Daily Spiral. Eli, we will fix your dating profile. I will also share a message that I got from a man on a dating profile.
Can we look at your profile?
Yes, we'll look at mine too. Absolutely, 100%.
There we go.
I'll offer mine up. It's okay.
Equal.
Double A, I've literally been on the news about how bad my dating life is. What can I do? What else can I do?
That was years ago. This is 2026.
It wasn't that long ago. It was 2022. It was 20. No, actually, it wasn't 2022. It was
That's a
2023.
long time. A lot
It
has
was
happened.
3 years ago that I was on that.
All right. Say goodnight.
Peace out, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow.
This is Midnight Run on the Inside Edge Network. Here's your host, Anthony Alford.
And welcome to Midnight Run here on the Inside Edge Network on this July 21st, 2026. Glad to have you here with us. My name's Anthony Alford. We are all about good vibes. Sorry, I had to. It was too easy. It was too easy. I'm immediately taking that off the bio. But what stays on the bio, I learn something new every single day. But what stays on the bio is joining us here. And we are live on the Inside Edge Network across all social media platforms at Inside Edge Net. That's where you can find us. Like, subscribe across our social media platforms. We want to welcome, by the way, those of you joining us live on Instagram. And a little inside baseball, I was expecting Instagram to cut off after an hour. We're in hour number 3. It's still rolling. It's a miracle. It is a miracle. It won't happen tomorrow. But today is happening. But we're on all those social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, InsideEdgeNetwork.com. You get all of our information, maybe soon our dating profiles, and also our Roku app, Inside Edge Network. Take us on the go or watch us from the comfort of your couch, which for me is right over there. You can watch us right here on the Inside Edge Network. Great to have you guys along. I'm so excited to be here with you until 1 a.m. as we are here 5 days a week. Now, this week's a little bit different. This might be a full 7-day week for me because, we had main event on, last night. We do it every Sunday, myself, Eli, and Rob. We have this show Monday through Friday at midnight. And then Saturday. Saturday's a big day. I'm very excited about Saturday. And this is where I'm going to bring in my guy who's back, our producer, Eli Moon, because this is his event. My bro, my buddy. I'm so excited. Let's bring Eli in.
Hello.
Because Eli is back, and this weekend is his second annual Moon Bash.
Yeah.
Now, Eli, you want to tell the people what Moon Bash is about?
Yeah, I'd love to, Double. I appreciate it. Yeah, so Moon Bash is something I created last year. I was sitting down just thinking about, man, there's so many festivals that go on in Ohio, especially during this time of year. You have festivals where people go out to the country of Ohio, not that country of our state, but, the country, and go out to these, like, big, campgrounds and whatnot. And some people can't really do that, if they're an hour, 2-hour trek and they have tough times getting, the fam, whatever. So I thought, why not bring a festival to Cleveland? So last year I did Moon Bash, the first ever annual, or I guess the first ever Moon Bash, and we ran it. I had 26 artists on, 26 or 28, I missed by 2. But it's like 26 artists, and I had 2 stages, one running in the evening, one running all day. Well, this year we've come back. We've done Moon Bash. It's second annual at Brothers Lounge. Again, they hosted last year, hosted again there on 11609 Detroit Avenue in Cleveland, Ohio, or Lakewood, whatever if you're splitting hairs. But
just think West 117th in Detroit.
Yes, absolutely.
In that area.
Point. Absolutely. So this year, I guess I lost my marbles a little bit, and I decided, why not go bigger, right? And this is amazing for the community. We've been working on the number. It looks like it is centered in on 51 artists. We'll cross the stage, multiple stages. We have both stages, the front stage of the wine bar, however you call it, at Brothers Lounge. That'll be from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. And then we'll have artists in the concert hall, the backstage, from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. We'll have the patio going from about 1 p.m. to 8 p.m., both patios. There's 2 patios. We'll be having all that going on. Great food, great drinks, all that great stuff at Brothers Lounge. They have a kitchen, a lot of great vibes. Also, at Moon Bash is going to be the Inside Edge Network. I've been sitting here talking with Double A for really since the year started. Once we kind of really started kind of putting that second level into Moon Bash into, okay, let's start figuring out what we want it to look like entirely. We got most of the lineup. Let's start looking at it. And I decided with Double A, I said, hey, this makes all the sense in the world. Let's get out into the community. We're all about community. Our pillars here and the Inside Edge Network: sports, entertainment, mental health conversations, and of course, mental health. Just having that that big thing here, those pillars, and that's what it's going to be. Community. That's what it all shapes around. Those pillars create community, and that's why we want to be out there. We've been talking about this for months, and we're excited to announce tonight that, yeah, if you saw AA social media posts, a bunch of your favorites from the Inside Edge Network, AA, Papa Moon, Kyle Cornell, Chad Bryan will be there. So many of your favorites, maybe a few more to be confirmed, but pretty much the entire network is going to be there. I'll be there running around like a chicken with my head cut off, making sure everything's going cool, and I'll be on from time to time. But yes, if you want to hear all your great takes from AA, from Papa Moon, from Kyle, from Chad, you're going to get all that. From 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. will be a 7-hour continuous stream. We got our 3-hour phenomenon here to the one stream. We're going to have a 7-hour phenomenon on Saturday. It's going to be real cool. The Inside Edge Network, if you're going to be at the event on Saturday and you're wondering, well, where are the guys? I want to go say what's up to them in person. And if I don't catch them at the, grabbing some food or whatever, where am I going to see them? They're going to be positioned in the front stage. AA and I've talked about it. If it isn't super hot, we might pivot. But right now the goal is front stage. There's a little back area, pretty much in the back of the venue, stage up front. So we're going to put them so we're not meshing sounds, but where they're in the mix of everything. It's real easy. You just walk through the door, you can come right to the back, you say Inside Edge Network. We're going to be positioned almost like the broadcast team. So it's going to be real cool, AA. That's my long-winded rant, but I'm excited. I'm big on community. Everything I do with the Collective Lahele and obviously here on the Inside Edge Network is all about community and taking care of what's important, which is getting the voice out, not only on our favorite athletes and everything like that, our favorite sport, pop culture stars, but the stars of today and tomorrow that live right here in the city.
It's going to be exciting. We cannot wait. And Moon Bash was spectacular last year. It's going to be even bigger this year. And now this year, we're adding the broadcasting element to it. I'm excited. I get to work with Papa Moon.
Yeah,
I get to work with your dad. I'm not going to hold you. I am so excited for Saturday.
Yeah, he's excited, man. He's been telling me, he's like, does AA want me to know the stats and everything? Because, I'm more the conversation guy. I kind of, he's like, look, I told him, I said, AA is gonna do, what he's gonna be in your wheelhouse, man. We're gonna make sure some Papa Moon fun conversations happen, and they will grill you and make sure you know the 2004 stats of the Cleveland Indians at the time. No, I mean, it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. And the whole weekend's so cool, AA. Obviously, we'll be there Saturday. I'm gonna post up remote from Brothers Lounge on Sunday because we have day 2 of Moon Bash. Crazy. Brothers Lounge, I appreciate them so much in the community. We're having a DJ night. And it's not official yet. Stay tuned on my social media and AA. Stay tuned on the Inside Edge Net. We'll actually announce and share some more details on Moon Bash. There's a very big name in the city. If you're in Cleveland, there's a very, very big name in the city and the DJ side that is going to be there. Headlining that day 2 at Moon Bash, day 2 at Brothers Lounge. So it's going to be awesome. And I'll be posting up for main event, so you'll probably see me in one of the back patio areas just doing the main event for a few hours while that's going on. But yes, busy weekend. Super excited, AA.
Should be very exciting. Again, our coverage here on the network, 1 p.m., but Moon Bash in general, the doors open at 12, and it's 12 until midnight. And again, Eli, if you've never seen Eli perform, it's a treat. You got to check him out. But also, everybody else, Cliche had a show about a month ago now. I can't believe it's been that. Actually, I know the very night that he had this show was the night that the Knicks won the title. I will never forget that. I'll never forget when the show was wrapping up, we were tearing down and stuff, and we looked at our phones like, oh, the Knicks won the title. Jalen Brunson had 45 points in the closeout game. I'll never forget that, Eli.
Yeah, it was so funny, and I told Cliche, and he's on stage, and he's like, dude, I don't give a shit. We just dropped one of the hottest EPs, if not the hottest EP of the summer, bro. Like, whatever. They can have their day tomorrow. But no, dude, it's cool, man. And obviously, I'm going to hand it back to you here. I just will say, first off, and AA highlighted it very well in his social media post yesterday, and you see it, on Twitter, but I check him out on Instagram as well, talking about, this is today's stars. A lot of these, guys and girls have been prominent in Cleveland wherever they've been. The who's who of today and tomorrow. I'm real big on giving people an opportunity that have never touched the stage before or haven't done it in 2-3 years, but I know they are so talented. I believe in them, and that's what we're about here. So I'm excited for that. Also, AA, we got Michigan. I know sometimes we beef with Michigan, but we do have Michigan artists coming down as well. I have my guy coming from New York, so I have Macaulay Rock from Detroit, Michigan, coming in with Dima So Fly, and I have Debonair, my guy, from New York. He's coming in from New York, and he's gonna get here in Cleveland, and so we'll have a few out-of-staters here as well, and I can't wait. I just can't wait.
And the reason why we're doing a network broadcast on top of supporting Eli and Moon Bash, hopefully we're going to be able to interview some of the artists either before or after they perform. At some point, they're going to join myself, Papa Moon, and the Inside Edge Network staff. It's going to be a great night. we cannot wait. And Eli, we will talk more about Moon Bash throughout the week. Let's talk about tomorrow's stars today, or yesterday's stars today. Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson.
I'm out of here.
They're best friends. They're buddies. They love the good vibes. No, I know a lot of people criticize us. You come at me, and it's perfectly fine. I'll take it. I'm a grown man. After hearing my Tinder profile suck, I don't want to hear it. I care less what you say. But I will be positive here with the Browns. Shedeur Sanders hosted a youth camp over the weekend. Tons and tons of kids. It was at Brooklyn High School. Tons of kids. I believe 300 plus kids were a part of this camp. And then afterwards, again, throughout the weekend, he's hanging out with various Brown superstars. And one of those guys is Deshaun Watson. And it's been well documented at this point that these two, despite being in a quarterback battle, they're building each other up. And I have nothing but respect for that. Nothing but love, nothing but respect for that. I think we got to be fair here, even myself, us as a network, when we talk about mental health, that part of that conversation does go to the professional athletes. It does go to the players. And imagine going for the same job. Because again, all of us have been a part of a world where you're competing for the same jobs. People you respect, people you love, people that you're locked in, you're bros with, or colleagues. You might be going for the same job. But you can't look at the other person and say, I can't stand this dude. I can't stand him. And I'll go back on my word, because a few months ago, I did say, wait a minute, why is Shedeur being super, super nice to Deshaun Watson? Why is Deshaun being super, super nice to Shedeur Sanders? Where's the competitive spirit? I am seeing the competitive spirit. I am seeing it. But the best way for a team that, let's be real, a team that hasn't won a ton of games, that's looking for good vibes, looking for a positive, reinforcing locker room, if you're talking about having all hands on deck, maybe it is for the best that Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson are bros. The brotherhood is there. If nothing else, and I heard Kyle Cornell talked about this earlier today on Filter. I thought this was very interesting, what he said. I mean, it's better if you're building each other up, because one of them has to start. One of them has to start in week one. One of them has to start, throughout the season. So, I mean, think of it like this. I remember years and years ago, Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, that whole QB room. And Brett Favre was documented and saying, I'm not here to be friends with my backup, with Aaron Rodgers. I'm not here to make him better. It's the old saying of, you got to watch me perform in order to be better. Take this as a positive, Browns fans, and everyone who might be anti-Browns, but you love Cleveland sports. You have two guys, I'll say it, leaders of that locker room right now, that are building each other up, and you can only improve and get better by, Deshaun passing his knowledge to Shedeur, and then kind of vice versa, kind of how they're interacting in the league and things like that. And here's the other thing. We've been trying to poke holes. I haven't. Eli hasn't. But others, other anti-Shedeur Sanders fans have tried to poke holes into why Shedeur Sanders doesn't have the right temperament to succeed in the NFL. And every time you may think, oh, he's laughing his way through an answer, and maybe he's not mature and things like that. On the field, it's been okay. It's been fine. And you have not heard a peep off the field about any off the field issues with Shedeur. Deshaun Watson is the complete 180, right? It's a complete 180. But at this stage right now in 2026, And we talked about it here. And I will, again, piggyback off of what Kyle said earlier. I know Deshaun Watson has gone through a ton of things off the field. Off the field. A ton of things, has led to settlements and things like that. To this point, he has served his punishment. He served his punishment. Now, if on the field he's not good, I have strong opinions about whether or not he's going to look good on the field or not. That's irrelevant to this particular conversation. Character building. This locker room, this Browns locker room, the number one thing that this locker room needs, they need strong characters. There's character building. They need confident guys. They need guys who are positive reinforcement. They need these things. I think that's important. Especially, and you got to remember, we're coming off of a locker room that was led by Kevin Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski, no disrespect to Stefanski, but the way that locker room operated, you were not really allowed to show emotion at all. Oh, everything's even keel. No, humans don't operate that way. Humans do not operate that way. So, listen, I like that Shedeur and Deshaun, they're building each other up, working together. Listen, as a Browns fan, somebody has to win that starting job. Somebody has to win it. And you would much rather have two quarterbacks competing at their absolute best, maximum knowledge of the playbook, maximum effort, maximum knowledge of where everybody needs to go, how, progressions and things like that. And then you let it settle when the pads are on. One-on-one, who's the better man? But you rather for that to happen with both guys at full strength, health-wise, spiritually, and up here, upstairs. They're mine. You rather for that to be the case than two guys sabotaging each other and not supporting each other in a different locker room. You remember the QB battle last year? And even if you didn't, just pop in Netflix quarterbacks on Netflix. Joe Flacco talking about Shedeur wearing a visor in practice? And again, I'm not here to make anybody out to be a bad guy, but last year, you have 4 different quarterbacks, 4 different visions, 4 different personalities in an unclear quarterback battle. Very unclear. A QB battle where at some point last summer, those people in Berea were getting into discussions about starting Kenny Pickett. We're not there anymore. It's Shedeur Sanders or Deshaun Watson. Somebody has to win that starting job, and you rather for both of those guys to elevate themselves. And here's the other truth about sports today, and it frustrates us as fans. It really frustrates us as fans. It actually really frustrates us because of what's going on with the LeBron situation, too. This is where it ties in. Players are more loyal to each other than their fan bases. That's the honest truth. A win for Deshaun and Shedeur themselves individually is both of those guys eating with the understanding that if one is not eating here, at least they're prepped to start somewhere else. Case in point, I don't think this will happen, but I'm laying it out there because it is a possibility. If Deshaun Watson is the starter, chances of Shedeur seeing the field in a crazy world where Deshaun Watson actually does well, just follow my lead here, folks. Shedeur's not going to see the field. Here, he's not going to see the field. But you rather build him up so that way there's trade value with Shedeur Sanders. He could be traded somewhere else, maybe Miami, maybe somewhere else, and be successful there. But again, I'm just talking from the mindset of the players. Us as fans, us in media, and most shows that I do, we're going to talk about Oh, who's performing better? And we should. We are fans. We are media. We're going to do that. That is our job. That's what we do. And I'm not going to stop doing that. But I thought overall this past weekend, Shador Sanders, great job with the youth camp. And then Shador and Deshaun Watson hanging together, socializing together. Listen, more stuff with this network gets done outside of business hours than during business hours. And that is the God-honest truth. Friendships and brotherhood is built outside of normal business hours. If you have that, you're in great spirits. You're in a great position to maybe succeed even when the odds are stacked against you. Coming up next on Midnight Run. Speaking of the odds getting stacked against you, we're going to talk a little college football. Why is the SEC and the Big Ten even bothering with the NCAA? Just break away. We'll talk about that when we come back. Plus, the LeBron watch continues, but I deliver on teases. And I told you, if we're still talking about LeBron, he hasn't decided a team, I will give you a list of the worst teams in the NBA, and let's see if he can turn around any of those teams. I'm talking about Sacramento. I'm talking about Utah. I'm talking about Memphis. We'll get into that. And then later in the show, y'all need to leave Tom Brady alone. If Tom Brady wants to be a kid, let him be a kid. He was held hostage by Bill Belichick for 20 years. And now you want to say, oh, this beneath him to fight Logan Paul. The hell out of here. We'll talk about that when we come back. Double A Anthony Alfred here with you. This is Midnight Run. Glad to have you with us here on the Inside Edge Network.
Key On Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Key On Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Key On Sports is your one stop for all of it. Visit them today at keyonsports.com or on YouTube at Key On Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at SportsMemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the SportsMemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to SportsMemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. SportsMemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com.
This is Midnight Run on the Inside Edge Network. Here's your host, Anthony Alford.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to Midnight Run here on the Inside Edge Network. Finally, after like a month, we finally have decent temperatures. Give me 60, 70 degrees. I'm cool with that. I don't need 90, 95 degrees. You know, I know sundress season. I get it. Okay, never mind. I won't turn down sundress season. No, but welcome back. Welcome back to the show. Let's quickly talk college football, because anytime we talk college football before August, that means some trouble is going down between the conferences. Let's go to this report from ESPN. Take a look.
All right, Heather, what are you hearing about whether or not it's realistic for the SEC to break away from the NCAA in the near future?
Oh, it's very real, and this is something that has been going on for months, because SEC presidents and chancellors have been talking about this since about February, when they met in Nashville to talk about options of self-governance if they cannot get federal legislation. I mean, that's where the conversations are. And you can look at the Big 12 and the Texas Tech incident with Brendan Sorsby as an example of what this means. Because when you're talking about breaking away from the NCAA, you're talking about making and enforcing your own rules. In that case, the NCAA wasn't able to enforce its own rules on gambling. So the SEC, and Greg Sankey will tell you, we already do make some of our rules and enforce them, but if they can't get help from the federal government, get some antitrust protection so that every time they try to make a rule, the NCAA, they don't get turned around and somebody sues them for it. That's what these conversations are about.
So, and that's courtesy of ESPN. That's good stuff there. That's a great report. I want everybody to understand, and in this conversation, this is not 1986. This is not 1996. This is not even 2021. It's 2026. In what world does the SEC, and I'm going to lump in the Big Ten, I think this has to be done. I think this has to be done together. I don't think the SEC alone could break away. But, and I'm going to say something here real quick, that if this did go down, this would hurt schools like, I'm an alum of Bowling Green State University, BGSU. Nobody calls BG Bowling Green State University, or Bowling Green State. Nobody calls it that. It's BG, or BGSU. That's the corporate name. It would hurt us because we may or may not have games scheduled against Big Ten or a big conference opponent. But I'm like, what benefit does the Big Ten and the SEC have with being a part of the NCAA in the first place? In 2026, there is no benefit. And the reporter brought up Brandon Sorsby, which was the top story of the month of June besides the NBA Finals. I'm like, how did that story go south? Wasn't the NCAA's job to enforce gambling, to enforce these things? And they failed to do so. To the point where, school officials had to look at Sorsby and say, dude, SEC is threatening to not schedule us. Big 10, Big 12, they're threatening to not schedule us. You need to go to the NFL. And then, of course, the NFL went back and said that, well, you only went to the NFL because you were in trouble in college, so it's no supplemental draft for you. Essentially, they ruined that kid's football. I mean, not they. Sorsby's actions did it, but that kid's NFL career is DOA, dead on arrival. It ain't happening. He's not playing a single snap in the NFL because you cannot miss a full year of competitive football and suddenly be ready to go for the league in 2027, especially in a loaded quarterback draft class. Brandon Sorsby NFL career is DOA, dead on arrival, done. And a lot of that's, and part of it's because of the NCAA not enforcing rules. You got coaches looking and saying, man, after all this, how do we teach our kids how to gamble? How do we teach our kids how to legally break rules? Get out. Get out. If the SEC and the Big Ten became one powerful super conference, and the entire schedule, the entire football schedule was just Big Ten and SEC competition, everybody else in college football is done. Oh, and then Notre Dame joins. We'll leave room for Notre Dame. And then if you're in the Big 12, ACC, those schools, you got to make a choice. You got to make a choice. And then you see reports coming out that, I don't know, it's kind of you see reports, all the governing body of college football is considering putting a cap on conferences at 19 teams, and that if they go over, they have to act as an independent. Get out. Leave. Who's the real college football doesn't have a commissioner. Yes, they do. College football does have a commissioner. It's ESPN and Fox Sports. It's the president of ESPN and Fox Sports. That's the commissioners of college football. And I bet you know what? If a football schedule completely was laid out of SEC and Big Ten competition, that's that. So, yeah, if the NCAA can't do its job, and that's the question we have at the bottom there in the lower third, should the SEC and the Big Ten break up with the NCAA? Sure. Yes. If the NCAA can't do a simple job, and they have failed to do simple jobs for a while, what's stopping the SEC governing body from doing it themselves? What's stopping the Big Ten, which is basically a national conference at this point, from doing it themselves? Enforcing rules, enforcing scheduling. And not just with football. I mean, we're talking revenue sports. We're talking football. I don't want to ruin March Madness, but if the SEC and the Big Ten broke away and you just had an SEC Big Ten tournament, who would be at fault for ruining college athletics? It would not be the commissioners of the SEC and the Big Ten. We fail to have proper leadership, things got to move. And it is what it is. All right, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, LeBron saying, F your time, F your time, F your couch. I'm going to give you some teams that LeBron could go to. But we've all dissected. We've seen the reports. It's either the Cavs, Sixers, or Miami. Let's have some fun. It's almost 1 a.m. Let's talk about Utah. Let's talk about Memphis. What if he joined a team in which one of the key players on the team is the son of one of LeBron's most famous teammates early on? We got that coming up. Plus, I'm excited to talk about Tom. I cannot believe I'm saying this. Tom Brady might be in our rundown, the Side Hustle Wrestling podcast. He might be in the rundown. Dare I say. But the higher government of football saying, Tom Brady, this is beneath you. How could you? Why not? Talk about that next. It's Midnight Run here on the Inside Edge Network. Anthony Alford here with you. Next.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and, well, everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. That's fanatics.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick.
With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh.
I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network. Moser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by Inside Edge Network's very own Ryan Moser and his wife Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northern Ohio but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more at MoserMomentsPhotography.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. MoserMomentsPhotography.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Hey guys, awesome show on Unfiltered today. Got into a bunch about the state of downtown Cleveland, the air quality issues, and what that can mean for the future, not only of sports, but just us in general and businesses and just doing things outside. We talked about all that. Talked about Shador and what he's going through right now, which is kind of bullshit. Also LeBron, also kind of bullshit. But hey, 3 teams? Do we maybe get that down to 2? Or does he actually finally decide to keep us no longer in suspense and give us a decision by tomorrow's show at 5 o'clock? If he does, we'll have reaction right here on Unfiltered, all on the Inside Edge Network. That's right, I will see you tomorrow, 5 p.m. right here.
This is Midnight Run on the Inside Edge Network. Here's your host, Anthony Alford.
Welcome back to the show. I want to remind everyone again, we have 4 daily shows here on the Inside Edge Network. Again, this stream here starts at 10 o'clock every single night with Inside Edge Primetime with Eli Moon and Chad Bryant. The Daily Spiral at 11 o'clock with Autumn. And then my show, Midnight Run, at midnight here on the Inside Edge Network. But don't forget, 5 o'clock, Monday through Friday, Unfiltered with Kyle Cornell. Latest news, community stories, sports, News Talk Sports. He has you covered. He had an interesting story earlier today about, Heinen's and some of the businesses leaving downtown Cleveland. What is the attraction of downtown Cleveland? I remember actually going to that Heinen's when I was working in downtown. First off, that Heinen's actually does have a special place in my heart, the downtown Heinen's. They were one of the few locations that sold the Nick Chubb cereal. You remember that? Nick Chubb, it was a promotional deal. I think this was in 2023. My screen went blank for a second on my end. Okay, we're back. Nick Chubb had a cereal. I think this was 2023, and then the football season happened, and then the Pittsburgh game happened. But he had pretty good cereal. It was good cereal. It was trying to think of what it tasted like. It was kind of like Golden Grant, or it was something, but it was good. It was good cereal. It was kind of like a giveaway, but they had it at Heinen's. When you go inside the Heinen's grocery store in the downtown location, 2 stories, very much loaded with space. Structurally, it was a thing of beauty, to be perfectly honest. They had soups, they had stuff. It was a good place. Myself, my ex, we used to go there, for lunch occasionally. I'm at Heinen's. So, I will miss it. I will miss it. I know people who live in downtown Cleveland. It's like, it would be nice to do some grocery shopping without having to take an Uber to go out of town to do grocery shopping, and losing Heinen's that's not good. And to hear the CEO say, hey, we didn't have a workable business model to be profitable with Heinen's, like, that's tough. That's tough to hear. And honestly, to answer Kyle's question about what can come downtown, I don't know. I don't know. You could do high-priced apartments. You're going to get a certain clientele coming in if you do that, which is fine. It is what it is. But eventually, you get priced out for that. The more high-rise apartments, if your answer is more high-rise apartments, eventually you're going to run out of people. You're going to run out of tenants to be able to afford those apartments. And if people with high budgets are spending anyway, they're probably living in Westlake or Lakewood, somewhere more affluent. They're not going to downtown Cleveland. Why deal with all that stuff with downtown? And again, me personally, even if I had the funds to live in downtown Cleveland ain't for me. No. I'm just there for the events. I'm there, like, if things are going on. I have family who live in downtown, which is fine. But the second I don't have to be in downtown Cleveland, my ass is out of there. And I am perfectly fine. And I'm saying this considering that I had a morning show job there, and I did not see regular downtown traffic. Downtown is a beautiful place to drive through at like 4-something in the morning. It is. And the funniest thing, and then we'll get to the other things we got to get to. The funniest thing, I remember my favorite Guardians day games. My one regret, by the way, when I worked at downtown, I wish I would have attended more day baseball games. That was one of the first things I said. I was like, I'm going to go to more day baseball games. I didn't go to that many because I worked a second job during that time in my life, and I had to drive right back home to work that second job. So I didn't go to that many day games as much as I wanted to. But I always found it very fascinating, very fascinating. I leave work, I leave downtown Cleveland at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I leave at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. There's no traffic with me, but I see a car wash of people coming into downtown Cleveland to watch the Cleveland Guardians Day baseball game. And I know it's true too, because I would go outside. There's no street parking. No street parking. Oh, speaking of parking, that's the other thing. We'll get into all that another time. But that's my roundabout way of saying, watch Kyle's show at 5 o'clock Monday through Fridays right here on the Inside Edge Network. A lot of great stuff, a lot of great content. LeBron can wait. One more element here. We're talking Tom Brady and Logan Paul. And this is where I actually want to bring Eli into this conversation, because I'm not going to lie to you. All the people I have Mike Florio, saying, Tom Brady, this is beneath you. Why are you doing this? I got other writers chiming in and saying, what are you doing? Why even bother with this? And Eli, I say, F all that, because I watched me and everybody watching us right now. We have watched Tom Brady for 20 years.
Yeah.
With Bill Belichick, not allowed to show any personality, not allowed to do anything.
Right.
This man, I like Tom Brady a lot more now, like the last couple of years, the last few years.
Yep.
Really, this is Tampa Day, because even then he was showing personality. I like him more now. Tom Brady seems like a cool dude. If he wants to take his talents to World Wrestling Entertainment and fight Logan Paul, let him be.
Yeah, I mean, so let me ask these guys, Mike Florio and all these other guys. Hopefully they're listening tonight. Make sure you subscribe, like, and follow.
Yes, please do.
You're
more than welcome to come on the show at any point in time.
Yeah, we love to hear from you. Straight from the source. Was it beneath Cathausen? Was it beneath Jalen Brunson? Was it beneath Tyrese Halliburton? Was it beneath Dennis Rodman? Was it beneath? The list goes on and on.
Karl Malone. All these guys.
I mean, the list goes on and on. Yeah, I mean, there was a section. I know they're not all athletes, but there was a section of time in Raw's history, Monday Night Raw, where it was a celebrity host. And we had everybody from Bob Barker to Machine Gun Kelly. So was it beneath all those guys? I don't understand why professional wrestling gets this knock of it's beneath. It's some sideshow. Well, ESPN doesn't view it as a sideshow. ESPN views it as one of their big ticket items. While UFC went to Paramount, they were able to secure the WWE deal.
Mm-hmm.
They view that as a big ticket item. And that is a bigger discussion, because we just spent a portion of main event listening to Rob Rosicki talk about, what was it? Sliding ice stairs?
Slippery stairs.
Thank you. Okay.
Slippery stairs. By the way, later this week on this show, my top 5 ESPN Ocho Sports.
I mean, so my thing is, we spent that time talking about that on the Ocho. Out of all these sports, ESPN chose on their app to highlight professional wrestling. And we just went over the list of guys. And again, let's remind you, the first 2 I named, not you, Double A, just anybody out there that's kind of tripping on this. Let's remind you out there that Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson are your defending NBA champions. Of course, the rest of the New York Knicks as well. But if it's not beneath them in their own city, I get it, whatever. But if it's not beneath them, this is Brunson's second or third time on TV, same with Halliburton, then why is it beneath Tom Brady? For years, Double A, and I'll hand it back to you, because I know you are going to cook on this, but for years, we talked about, and you alluded to it, Tom Brady being the no fun guy, the guy that just didn't fit in, the guy who went to the club and sat in the corner and drank his beer and kind of just watched as everything went on and went home. Like, Tom Brady he wasn't that guy, man. And so now we're mad that he has a personality. Double A, I learned a lot over vacation. One thing I learned is people just want to be mad to be mad.
Yeah, and it's ridiculous. And pro wrestling fans are upset too about some, not all. Some are upset. And Kyle and I will address that angle of it later this week on Side Hustle, because I think that's ridiculous too. But on this end, on the sports end, listen, first of all, apparently what I learned from Fanatics Fest, Tom Brady can hoop. Apparently he can make shots from downtown.
Wow.
He can make half-court shots. So Tom Brady is an all-around athlete. So I've learned that from TB12. And listen, this is cool stuff. Now, I don't know who's going to be the heel. It'll be Logan Paul. But can Tom Brady convert himself into a babyface in front of an audience? That's up for debate. I think he could do it, though. But let him be. This is cool stuff. And for Tom, and I'm going to use this. I was thinking about this while you were talking just now. Mm-hmm. And damn, I wish Kobe was here. Shaq had made a point, or Charles Barkley, actually. Charles Barkley, I don't know if this is a recent interview. It might have been, months or years ago. They tried, TNT auditioned Kobe Bryant to be on Inside the NBA as a permanent analyst on Inside the NBA. And Barkley went on the air, or not on the air, but said in the interview, Kobe's a little bit too serious for the show, for what they do.
Right.
Tom Brady, kind of the same comparison while they were playing. Man, if Kobe was here right now, because Kobe, before his untimely death, was peeling back. He wasn't as up, tight guarded as he was during his playing career. He was peeling back his personality a bit and actually showing his personality, showing his character a little bit more. And I would kind of equal a little bit to, Kobe Bryant and Tom Brady, kind of that same vein. Like, elite athlete, the competitive nature forces you 24/7 to be super serious all the time, in every way. And then when you hit retirement, after a minute, it takes a minute, but something unlocks in you like, holy crap, even in my 40s, I could be a kid again. I could finally be a kid.
Yeah. I mean, and let's be real, man. This isn't just going to be Tom Brady coming along. Well, I'm prepping my brain for it now, because who is one of his best friends from the football gridiron? Well, that would be Rob Gronkowski.
Mm-hmm. Who has WWE experience.
And who is Logan Paul currently? Because that's obviously the feud they're going for if they pull the trigger on this. Who's Logan Paul in a stable with? The Vision. And again, I'm not as well-versed as I'd like to be on wrestling as I would have been, if you asked me a few years ago. But I still keep up with. I was kicking at your house watching Saturday night's main event. We were
great show, by the way.
It was a great
show, by the way.
It was. Here's what I see. This is one of my final chef kiss of the evening. All right, Tom Brady versus Logan Paul. There's your match. You can have it on ESPN because people will find out Tom Brady's on ESPN, but it's not for football. Okay, they're going to tune in. So you have him on the first hour of some big PLE. And I just looked at the WWE pay-per-view schedule just to take a look. And some of them are to be announced still. So you may be a Boston, possibly, or a Tampa Bay location to make it even sweeter, somewhere where he's played before. So he gets a raucous ovation. Probably Boston, I'll be honest. That would probably be the better spot. Plus Boston's,
I think they still have a great relationship with TB12.
They love him. I mean,
they love him.
Yeah, and you know what? And they could go crazy. Boston's a pretty good wrestling town, too. So, it could be interesting. Now, here's what I see. And I'll give it back to you to put a bow on this thing. Tom Brady versus Logan Paul, Gronk and Julian Edelman versus Braun Breaker and Austin Theory for the tag team titles.
Dog, that's too many jocks.
I'm just telling you.
Yo, that's too many jocks, man.
I mean, why not, though? The only guy that doesn't have experience is Edelman. And I guess maybe you could swap him out for somebody else that played with Tom Brady. I mean, heck, I know Mike Evans just signed another deal, so he's probably out of the question. But what are some of these other guys doing, man? Hey, what's James Harrison doing? He was in attendance the other night. He did play some snaps with Tom Brady in New England.
I'm going to hold up time. I'm going to draw the line right there. I do not want James Harrison anywhere near my pro wrestling superstars. I seen what James Harrison has done to Browns players. I don't want him to do the same thing.
Braun Breaker versus James Harrison.
Not gonna lie, that would be a killer match. But I want Braun Breaker to still be here.
That's fair. But it's just, this is what WWE's become, though. AA.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, and it's not a bad thing. It's what they also gained a lot of exposure back in the '90s for doing stuff like this. So it's good.
Here's the thing: it's not just in the old days. Oh, you just get a name just to get a name. It's Tom freaking Brady.
That's what I'm
saying.
Tom
Brady. Like, come on now. If you're gonna be able to get a deal done, get it done. We got 60 seconds. Mm-hmm. Eli, stay on the screen. I'm gonna run some teams for you.
Okay.
For LeBron.
Okay.
Because I came across this power rankings with CBS, projected power rankings for the 26-27 NBA season. And I didn't start at the top with San Antonio, the Knicks. Let's go to the bottom.
That's right. Yeah, start from the bottom. Now we're still at the bottom.
We're still at the bottom. We're locked in. Let me give you some teams here.
Okay.
Number 30 is Milwaukee, the Milwaukee Bucks. And again, they just traded Giannis. And, and Milwaukee is the Bucks. They're a story of a team who held on to their superstar for too long. And, this team is pretty much led by Miles Turner. How would a LeBron Miles Turner team look to you?
Miles Turner doesn't even want to be in Milwaukee half the time. It looks like
he doesn't.
Everything he's saying. I don't like that. I don't like that. They went from Greek freak to freak show because that's going to be terrible out there.
And what? Damian Lillard is still there? Say that 3 times.
No, Lillard's in Portland.
That's right. He was traded back. You're exactly right.
Yeah, so they ain't got shit in Milwaukee. They're betting on Jaime Jaquez and Khalil Ware.
Oh, Karis LeVert's on this team?
Stop. Who's 29? You got at least one more for me before we get out of here. Got one more.
Brooklyn Nets.
God, that's for real what you're gonna finish with. I mean, Michael Porter Jr. and LeBron could have some really deep conversations about things they probably never even studied or researched. LeBron loves reading books that he didn't read, and Michael Porter Jr. loves having an opinion on absolutely everything. I mean, everything. It could be interesting. And technically, he goes to New York. He would go to New York.
He would work for Jay-Z. The Nets would get some headlines. Just LeBron. They would be in the rundown. They would be featured. A couple more teams here real quick. The Kings. I didn't believe this, but it's true. They have only made one playoff appearance in the last 20 years. But Zach LaVine?
Yeah, they just lost to Rose, and I mean, they have absolutely nothing. I mean, the Kings get the king. Yeah, okay, pass.
Sabonis,
pass.
DeAndre Hunter,
dude. Sacramento's
for you.
From what I've heard from California friends I have, Sacramento's one of the least exciting cities in California. LeBron hates mundane cities. Ask him about Memphis again.
Let's talk about Memphis. They're next on the on the power rankings, 27th. They don't have Ja Morant anymore. Cam Boozer. LeBron's career coming full circle.
Stop.
Full circle.
Yeah, he just walks up and punches Cam Boozer in the mouth because
this is for your daddy.
Yeah.
Your damn daddy, send your ass to Utah.
Dude,
boom.
Dude. Hey, as long as Bron doesn't use some of the spray that Boozer used on his head that one day when he used hairspray or whatever, the spray paint.
I got 3 more teams for you real quick.
Chicago
Bulls.
I mean, how fitting. He loves playing in historic legacies and franchises. He already did it with the Lakers. Why not do it in Chicago? He could go and be like, look, man, I'm not like Mike, but, me and Mike did the same thing. We're in Chicago. What exactly is there in Chicago? They're building something interesting. They just got Nick Claxton the other day, I believe, in the 3-team trade. They got a few pieces.
And Caleb Wilson.
Yes.
They got him from the draft.
Yeah, he was really good out of UNC. I mean, and he's been spectacular. But the one thing I will say, and then we'll move on to the next team, is I love Summer League stats because everybody's like, they're doing amazing. 25 points, 8 assists, and he had 8 turnovers. We're not going to talk about the 8 turnovers. It's Summer League. That was Caleb Wilson the other day. It was 20-something points, 8 assists or rebounds, whatever, and 8 turnovers. And they're like, he had another standout game. If he had 8 turnovers in an NBA game that meant something, he'd get his ass chewed out on all Chicago's radio.
Right. This is a topic for another day. I love, very sarcastically, the extensive coverage of NBA Summer League. Extensive coverage.
Yeah.
We don't need to show every Summer League game on ESPN. We don't. That's whatever. All right, couple more. Los Angeles Clippers. Now, again, in this exercise, we assume that the Kawhi Leonard trade goes through and he's in Toronto.
All right.
One of LeBron's best friends is with the Clippers. Darius Garland.
His best friends is crazy. That's crazy.
LeBron and Darius Garland are finally teammates.
Yeah, you know what? And this is the first time in LeBron's career we've actually had to worry a little bit about, hey, is he going to be on the injury report because he either wants to golf the next day or drink wine or he actually is hurt? And then Darius Garland, I mean, all due respect to him, but after his comments he had on the one I cannot remember. I think it was on the Balls Brothers podcast or somebody. He was talking about how Cleveland and this and that. Darius Garland, respectfully, but from Cleveland, please be careful how you try to trash Cleveland after. And I know you did it in a very slight ha-ha, he-he kind of manner. Bro, you were a freaking walking glass house. A glass house. Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't get me started. I know we're on LeBron watch, but it maybe turned into go off on Darius Garland. No, he stays in LA. That's it.
I will say this. Out of all the teams we've mentioned so far, if Darius Garland, in this hypothetical, if Darius Garland was able to stay healthy, that could at least be a playoff. That could be a playoff team.
Maybe, but you got to
That could
remember
be a playoff team.
But they also moved off of Zubac last year. They moved off of their starting center. I mean, they moved off of a guy who I know he's not first team All NBA or anything, but he's definitely going to be somebody. Watch out. On a side note for Indiana, we've talked about it, but Indiana getting Zubac too. I mean, they are not going to be missing Miles Turner too much. So I think the Clippers could be interesting. But all right, you got one more for me.
Last team, New Orleans Pelicans.
You know
LeBron
what?
and let's say nobody wants Zion Williamson. LeBron and Zion, same team.
And they got Trey Murphy there. They got some shooters that could help. I mean,
Jordan Poole's there.
There's a lot to do in New
I'm
Orleans.
saying that like with like.
Yeah, you said that very confident.
Yeah, I'm like Jordan Poole. He's coming along.
Jordan Poole's there.
Jordan Poole.
Jordan
going to the
Poole's
finals.
Dude, Jordan Poole's there is crazy. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff to do in New Orleans. Like he always talks about, he wants things to do. There's definitely a ton to do in New Orleans.
There
good
is
food. But here's the thing: the only way you could paint this is if, you know what? Remember when we stole we stole your star player and we won a championship? Well, now we return the favor and we send the king to New Orleans, the king of the Bayou.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
He could be like the Swamp King, but like the NBA version. You know, they call all the New Orleans guys Swamp Kings when they're out there catching their wildlife. Like,
they about to be smashed on like crawfish and stuff, man. They about to be out.
And LeBron would get into a completely different like market in terms of like, you know, he's already got the high class, like the LA kind of vibe, the Miami, you know, Cleveland. He can still kind of sell that here. Where in terms like the high class wine and stuff. Imagine he goes down there and he's serving like moonshine. He's like, "Come get your brown moonshine." This is championship flavor, motherfucker. Like, come on.
Right. Real quick on Zion, because this caught my eye here. He played 62 games last season. Zion Williamson, 62 games.
Oh my!
Averaged 21 and 6 on 60% shooting.
You know what? This deserves this actually this time. Because I never thought I'd see a damn day where Zion almost qualified to be in the NBA awards discussion.
Zion might be coming along.
Is it time to have a discussion another day? But something maybe we can bookmark either for Primetime or Midnight Run. We'll flip a coin and choose who gets to talk about it. Is it time to discuss that RJ Barrett's the best player out of those top three of Ja Morant, Zion Williamson, and RJ Barrett? RJ Barrett, granted, he did not win an NBA championship. He was sent away from the Knicks to essentially upgrade their team, you know, in the OG Anunoby trade. But he's played solid basketball. He's not a superstar, but he's played solid basketball.
Well, let me follow up by asking then, are you closing the book on Zion?
I closed the book on him 2 years ago.
Because the stats I just read there, I believe that's his best stats.
Yeah, but if you don't, I'm not trying to put you on the spot. But if are you in his basketball reference right now? Are you okay?
No, I'm looking at CBS Sports in there.
You're good. Are you able to see how much his stats are his games? That's what I want to see, because that's what's gonna really when we pull up the real skinny of it. 24 games in 2019-20, 61 in 2021. Did not play the year after. 29 games, 22 and 23, 70. Oh my goodness, he played 70 games. Okay, 70 games for Zion Williamson. Yep, that's where he went wrong. He had 30 games the year before last, and then last year 62, as you had mentioned. AA.
So he would have only in today's NBA awards qualifier, he would have only have qualified for an NBA award once in his career.
Yeah, and that's like the thing, bro. It's like
in 23-24 when he played in 70 games, started 70 games.
And I'm gonna do one more. I know we're way over at this point. I'm gonna do one more fun fact here for you. I'm gonna give you a percentage here. You know, because you're big on availability, AA. If anything,
I am very
big
much
on availability. So
yep.
Here's the first number we have. Okay, that number is 276. Okay, now these are our all starts. 70 didn't start. He did not start 7 of them. But 276. That's our number. He's been in the year 6 years, 82 games times 6. That's 492 available games he could have played in. 492. So we'll take the 276. All right, divide AA. 56% of the time in his 6-year NBA career, Zion Williamson could play in the NBA game. And then the other percent chance is, well, let's take the diff. 44% of the time, he won't be on the court. Am I closing the book? The book's closed. Maybe find a new book.
Well, we'll see. I mean, what, 62 games last season? I mean, we'll
Double A. I will put a friendly.
I'm not. Listen, Eli. I do not have all 10 toes down on this particular conversation.
I was like, I'll make a friendly a friendly little bet with you here. Lunch or something that he doesn't play. He won't even hit as many games as he played last season.
You got a better chance of Jordan Poole going to the finals next season than that.
Dude, send us home, boy. Send us home.
So for Jordan Poole and all the good vibes,
dude. Oh my goodness, send us home because. Did you see Draymond Green and Udonis Haslem going at it about who's right about punching who? And okay, we might have a story for tomorrow.
I did not see that.
I'll send it to you. Okay, I'll send it to you.
Bookmark that for tomorrow. For all of us here, it is great to be back. Well, it was great to be. Eli, it's great to have you back. I was here last week, but
it's great to be back, man. I miss everybody.
Vacation season is weird because. People are off. People are on. I was supposed to be off, but then things happen. But we're all back. We're all better than ever. And we thank you guys for joining us here on the Inside Edge Network. Come back tomorrow because we have a lot more to cover and a lot more to do, including the return of Smash or Pass. I saw something today. I don't know, guys. If I had a full bowl of stuff and I just stacked up peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, sugar, you put it in the oven.
Oh, I'm excited.
I don't know. Smash or pass. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Plus a lot more. Are we obligated to tease LeBron at every promo, every show?
I think, yeah. Stay tuned for LeBron Watch.
Honestly,
if he signs,
I am making a ruling right now as the PD of this station. I'm making a ruling.
Okay, here we go.
No more LeBron promotions until he actually signs a team.
Okay, I mean, shit.
We can
I'm with it.
talk about it on the shows. I don't care. Talk about whatever you want on the shows.
Right.
But we are no longer allowed to tease LeBron topics in promos.
Are you ready for him to sign at like 10 a.m. tomorrow?
I hope so. That'll be nice.
My hope is that he signs at like Moon Bash. I hope you and Papa Moon are on the air and I get to hear two of my favorite human beings reacting to. Hopefully, if he's here. If not, it could get ugly. We might have to take a quick.
Now I kind of hope he's going to the Pelicans now.
You better stop. You better stop.
Hey,
Zion already lost.
Zion, they about to be smashing. Oh man.
Yeah, different levels of smash. One on the court, one everywhere else. But all right.
See ya.